And we're live. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Although I think I am everyone right now. I'm going to give it a few minutes here. I started a little earlier this week. Kind of just want to be able to get my live stream done and maybe get to bed at a decent hour tonight. Maybe. Don't know. We'll see. So, day has been so far a very uneventful week. Not much has been going on. I didn't go to the drag strip this weekend, so no extra videos for me. So I'm kind of short on my shorts videos, which I'm noticing my last one I put up did not do well. So I was doing pretty good for a couple of weeks there, and then now they're just not going anywhere. So I need to do another long form video, and I need to do it soon. I haven't done one in a while. Probably do one this weekend. Not sure what I'm going to do it on. I'm not sure what car I'm going to be working on, whether it's going to be one of mine or my son's. Depends on how things work out. But yeah, I need to get back into that. Doing my long form videos. Shorts just, I mean, they've gotten me subscribers, but they have not gotten me view time. I mean, a little bit, but not a lot, because most of the views on shorts don't count towards your view hours. Has to be the long form videos, unless you're, like at over 10 million views, which I am nowhere close to. I think we have 3 people in here now. Welcome to the chat. Go ahead and say hi in the comments there if you'd like. While my dog runs at me and jumps up on the couch. I thought she was coming for me. But go ahead and say hi in the chat and let me know you're here. Topic of discussion this week is no actual topic that was up right now. Like I said, don't have anything planned. Didn't do anything this last week other than wash my cars. And of course, the one car I drive is a daily driver. I wash the night before it rains. So I washed it Monday after work, and then Tuesday while I was at work, it rained. But it didn't really rain. It rained just enough to put water spots all over my car. That's how much it rained. I couldn't even tell it rained other than the fact that cars had water on them. And wasn't a lot, but all covered in water spots now. So that just, just goes to show you, don't wash your daily driver. So the truck, it got wet too. Well, actually, no, I don't know that it rained here. It might have only rained at work. And I washed the truck this weekend. I washed the Mustang this weekend. And so all my cars were clean for about 5 minutes. Still need to do the interior on my truck, clean it up. Same with the Mustang, but Mustang's probably going to get some work done on it this weekend. I'm hoping. I'm going to pull the front end of it off and clean it up and try and get some better airflow into my intake. Hopefully cooler airflow. So I'm probably going to end up losing one of my what do you call those things? Fog lights, but not like I really use them a lot. I don't drive the car on the road anymore. Decided to drop it off the insurance to save a little bit of money, and so now it just goes to the track, and then if I really feel like it, I'll put track insurance on it when I'm there. But that's about it. It might be a little early for my normal crowd. I mean, 7:30, and usually I don't start till 8. But I was hoping maybe, since it's starting to get darker a little earlier now, because it's dark outside now already, and not doing much outside at this time of night. Grass, I cut it last week, and it hasn't really grown any since then, so that's a good thing. Hopefully it might be the last time I have to cut it this season, but I doubt it. Now, I think it'll be fun pulling the front end off my car and trying to build I'm going to redo the insulation that I did already on my intake. I'm going to redo it because it's not fully sticking. I used some aluminum tape which is great tape, but I don't think it's really holding up to the heat, and it's coming loose. So I need to make sure that nothing comes loose and gets into any of my belts or intake. And I'm gonna, clean it all up, clean out from in the engine bay, probably clean my filter because it hasn't been cleaned since it got put on there. And it's probably filthy, just if nothing else, from the dirt roads in Michigan I was driving on. Uh, so yeah, I probably need to clean that out to increase my airflow. What else? Yeah, I don't know. Just clean up everything, make sure everything's good. I'm going to be going up to Bowling Green in Kentucky to Beach Bend Raceway at the end of the month for the Holly Ford Fest NMRA Nationals. I'll be running bracket racing, which, much to my chagrin, I find out after signing up for it and buying the paying for it, that the bracket race is only running eighth mile, not quarter mile, at a quarter mile track, and that kind of disheartened me. But that's just the way my luck runs. I really wanted to get that thing out to a quarter mile track, and I'd rather do it at a test and tune. But Holly Ford Fest sounds fun. Hopefully, I'm only going to be there Saturday, Sunday. I'm not going to be there for the Thursday, Friday. What's up, Bama? I'm not going to be there Thursday, Friday, so I probably am going to get a really crappy pit spot. Hopefully, I get a spot I can get in pretty easily. Since I won't get there until Friday night, I won't be able to pull in until Saturday morning. But yeah, they're going to have the drifters are going to be. I think Chelsea and Von Gittin are going to be there with some other people in the RTR cars. I don't know if I'll see them. I don't know when. I don't have a list of everything that's going on at Holly Ford Fest, but I don't have the schedule. I need to look it up, see what's going on, what days. But it should be fun. I mean, it'll be a bigger crowd more than I like. I prefer a nice empty track myself. I mean, not empty as in racers, but empty as in a lot of people watching because I just don't need that kind of pressure. My car is not fast. It's pretty slow compared to a lot of cars that are going to be there, I'm sure. I did find out though, I was just looking up before it came on the live stream. Real quick. Hey Bama, how well can you hear me? Just checking the microphone on this tablet. If you're still there, Bama. Maybe you can't hear me, or you can't type really fast. One of the two. I did not actually check my microphone before I came in here today. If it's bad, I will switch to the laptop. But I mean, it should be working. Anyway, I was looking over the NMR rules that I've got to follow, and I can't be faster than a 640 in my car. Okay, good. Can't be faster than a 640 in my car, which is no problem because a 6.8 is as good as I've gotten. What's up, Dell and Rich? How's it going? Welcome to the chat. So I mean, and I'm not. I think what is it? 640 in the 8, and for my car year, and 135 mile an hour as fast as I can go. But we're only doing eighth mile, and I think the best I've done in eighth mile is like 107, 115, 115. I think I've done in the eighth once, but it wasn't even a great time. I was just going really fast when I crossed the line. What else? Oh, I have to wear my jacket. I will have to take my race jacket with me and wear it. Good thing it's supposed to be cooling off, so it shouldn't be super hot because I sweat in 65 degrees. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm a little apprehensive. I'd feel better if I were going there on Thursday and getting my pit spot and getting everything set up and just be able to relax. But I can't take the time off for that, and I didn't have the money for it. And the more days you're there, the more it costs. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to try and have fun. I think the bracket races is only on Sunday anyway, and I think if I want to do any dial in stuff, because I won't be there for the test and tune on Thursday, I'm going to have to do it burn some limbs, and it finally rained a little. Of course, if I'm going to do any tested tune or anything to try and get my time down before the bracket racing, I'm going to have to do the dial for dollars. You know, the dial in for dollar on Saturday night if it runs, and it's only a $20 buy-in, so that's not too bad. And I'll do that just to get some runs. If you get a couple of 8th-mile passes in, to be able to make sure that with the DA and everything. Not sure what the DA is going to be there. I'll have to check, see what the weather's going to be like. 6.8, like I said, has been my fastest. I got to decide whether I'm going to run ice or not, because I won't have access to the ice I usually have access to. I might buy a couple of blocks of ice and throw them in my cooler. But I got to find a place to buy block ice, and I don't know where to buy it around here. Plus, I'd rather buy it up near Bowling Green, since it's a 3.5+ hour drive, and on the way I'll be picking up my son to go with me because he's my pit crew. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah. So now Friday he's going to a junkyard to pull a transmission for his Xterra, I think it is. He's gonna go pull a transmission for that. So he's just getting a junkyard tranny for one he bought. I think he got an Xterra for like $200, and it's in great shape physically. It looks great. The engine runs fine. Just the transmission's just gone out. It was, he's driven it, and I guess the transmission went out in it, and that's those CVT transmissions. But he found one that doesn't have that high a mileage on it, and it was just, in a wreck. And so hopefully it's a good transmission. And if he pulls that out on Friday and I go pick him up, bring him back down here, and we do the work in my garage, and then, he gets a video of that. He can work on that while I work on my car. I don't know. We'll see. Did I? Oh, I did. I see it now. Never mind. I was going to ask if I pinned the link, because I'm not in YouTube right now. I'm just in StreamYard because I'm doing this on my tablet, and I haven't figured out how to run YouTube and StreamYard at the same time without getting feedback or echo, because the YouTube's a slight bit behind, and I can't turn the sound off on YouTube on my tablet. I don't know why. Thought I could, but I can't. Can't mute it. Haven't figured it out. Kind of slow. What's up, Gary? Oh, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Long time no see. And Gary, again, that is a beautiful car. I love the color. Just love those red ones. And that engine bay looked so sweet. How's it drive? Have you driven it? Because I'm gonna video as much as I can this weekend, because last weekend I normally go to the drag strip, and let's see if I can. Hey, that's simple,
dude.
Dude. Well, I'm doing this on what's it, Android. It's on my tablet. I'm not used to the tablet. I'm not used to doing Android.
Oh, they were just as good, man. It just, I mean, anytime you switch on something like that, it's always going to be a learning.
It is. It's just, but this camera on this thing is so much better than the one on my laptop.
Actually, makes you look a lot prettier.
Oh yeah. You can see all the liver spots.
There you go. I'm sorry, guys, I haven't been around, but with this negotiations going on and everything else like that, I have subscribed to your YouTube channel. I didn't unsubscribe to your YouTube channel. They must have unsubscribed me from YouTube channel, Bama, because there's no reason why I would.
I get people telling me that too, and I'm like, I didn't do it. I didn't unsubscribe from you. I have unsubscribed from a bunch like dead channels, but
he's full of crap because I'm still subscribed.
I think he might be screwing with you.
I think he might be screwing with me too.
He did have a bunch of laughy faces though.
Okay, that's what it was.
I gotta think you've got to be dealing with a lot right now. So you were, not with just that car, but then the union, And oh, it's got to be just a whirlwind of emotions around there.
Man, listen, I'm just, I got a lot going on, and like I said, with this negotiations and stuff going on, they haven't really told us who's striking yet or anything. I mean, it just, it's, yeah, buddy.
Didn't did Ford try and come to the table with an offer?
Ford came to the table, I think, with a damn good offer.
From what I heard, I thought it was a good offer too. But then I hear some counterposing people. Oh, it's not good enough, and I'm like, really? I would love to get paid that much and have those benefits.
How many times have you ever heard of a 15% raise?
I've gotten one. Well, I've gotten a 14% raise once.
Yeah.
When I got a job title, but it was a job title change.
Right.
I moved up.
But this, everybody's going to get that across the board.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a ton of money. But, I mean, really, the thing about it is that, so Shawn Fain's the president, okay? And he's got a lot of good points. And, yes, people have given up a lot over the years so these companies can stay in business. But I think he's going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to be able to, you got to have a relationship with these people, and he don't want one. He just wants to be hard nosed, and you know what I mean.
How are you going to do that?
That's just his, you know. Hey, maybe it'll work for him. I don't know, but my opinion is you got to have a relationship.
Hey, Bama, I understand that. I went 6 years at my company without a raise, my old company, because we couldn't. And then during what was it, around 2009, everybody in the company took a 15% pay cut. Everybody, including the owner, who because he owned it, but he also got paid as an employee, as an engineer. And he took such a small, and he still does. He still takes like such a small paycheck for what he's worth, And that's because he loves the company, he loves the people, and I thought he was a really good, really good owner. He wasn't my direct boss, but I worked with him a lot. I thought he was a good person, really good guy.
So I mean, the thing about it is that he's got really good years for last 3 years. They've gotten really good raises, but the thing about it is that they understand. You know what I'm saying? That they're doing well and they want to keep their people happy. And that's the main thing. So GM, they almost went bankrupt.
Yeah.
The government and the employees kept them from that because the employees took a lot, took some recessions on that to keep them because they wanted to keep their jobs. So, I mean, it all works out. And at the end, I think that they deserve a good raise. 40% at one time or 40% over, 3 years. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
It's huge. Hey, what is the average? So I don't know, like say for Ford, what's the average auto worker start at there? Like 25 an hour?
No, about 17 an hour.
Okay, so they do start lower than I thought then.
Yes.
And do you know what they top out at?
It depends on where you're at in the plant because it's differently. So I mean, some places you might be $30 an hour. Some places you might be $38 an hour.
Until you get
skilled trades or whatever,
Right. So you get that big raise they're going to get if they get it.
Right.
And what Ford offered was a really good, and not just the money they offered. You still got the good insurance, which is way better than what I have here in Alabama, and that's mostly due to Alabama's insurance laws. It's one of the worst states to have insurance in. It really is for health insurance.
But imagine working for a company and can't even afford the vehicles that you're building.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That sucks.
I can't afford the vehicles they're building either.
You know what I'm saying, though? But you get what I'm saying, though. I mean, you're working for this company, you're going to work every day, you're a good employee, you do your best, but you can't go to the dealership and buy a damn car because you just don't make enough money to do it.
Even on the X plan.
Even on the X plan.
Because I think the X plan is kind of crap now.
So Bama, they offered Fords, they offered them $5. 5 weeks vacation time. They offered them a higher rate. I think it was like 15% for the raise. They offered the best insurance, and they
Hmm.
offered a better. They offered a better retirement.
I should go work for Ford, but I'm too damn old.
Dude,
I would
those
love to work for Ford if I could, because
right.
they
My
make the
buddy,
cars I like.
my one buddy, he went to work for Ford's. It was his dream job. He lasted a week.
Yeah.
He was putting the dashes in the Ford F-150s, and
Oh,
it had to beat him to death.
well, I can imagine. I could, like I said, I'm too old. If I were a young man, I could start a job like that and work my way in, and then get the easier job as I got older.
Right?
But yeah, now I couldn't. It's like me trying to start over into the field that I went to school for. I couldn't afford the pay cut, to be a
Right.
starter for a starting salary. Um,
Well, I mean, here we go. I've been where I'm at for 25 years,
yeah,
and I got a freaking great job. And people like me enough around the plant where they, made me vice president. But I mean, but I still work in the plant, 2, 3 days a week, depending on what's going on at the hall. So I
hey,
still go to the plant and work. Matter of fact, I went to the plant and worked last night.
what do you do with
Because
the plant?
I am a repairman, auditor, and whatever they need.
I was just wondering if you like built the transmissions or the engines or whatever it is you build.
No, I never did. I did work on the assembly line a little bit, but I've always been a machine specialist. I've always done the
Oh,
machining. I machined the heads, I've machined the blocks, and all that. And like I says, now I'm a repair person. So a lot of times, if I'll solder blocks or repair the blocks or scrap them. You know,
yeah, I got to say to me, I mean, the person machining the blocks in the hedge is one of the main builders. I'm sorry.
well,
Maybe not an assembler, but you're one of the main builders.
and I
You're the
and,
one
and
that
I agree
has
with you because we got such tight specs. I mean, you got
oh,
to be right on. That's where
yeah.
the specialist comes in. You don't have to be a specialist to run, the rough cut or anything like that. But when you get to the tight tolerances, that's when you got to become a specialist.
I remember when I used to do machining and we had tight tolerances because I did it at, Boeing for airlines. And actually, I think the engine might be a tighter tolerance than a lot of the body parts are because I
Right.
think we had 3 thou. We could be out three thou maximum,
Okay.
and I think you're tighter than that in a lot of depending on the part. You could be tighter than that in engine building.
So that's um, I would like I would have like your signature on my voodoo, Gary. Well, Rich,
Yeah,
I'll put it on there one day if I ever meet you, brother. But anyhow, Rich was talking about 50K for a GT. Next year will be 60. They're 60K up to 60K right now, Rich.
yeah. The base model right now I think is like 56 for the new
Right,
one. Like
right.
for the base. Yeah,
So a buddy of mine bought one, and he had it out at a car show last week. I think it was last week. And he walked up to me and he goes, "I'm about ready to take it back to the dealer. I hate it."
really. Is it the base model or?
I don't know what he bought, but he's not happy with it.
I'm as much as I like electronics, and I'd probably think the dash was cool. I don't think I'd really want it in front of me. It looks too big.
It's I don't like it
It
either.
just looks too big. I love my digital dash in my car. Love it. That is awesome. But that's
It,
where it needs to end. Is
yeah,
that because
yeah.
I'm
My
getting one.
one, it's still a car now. The S650, it looks like a little TV monitor. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Have you been in the Mach-E? Have you seen the dash in that one?
I haven't really paid attention,
Yeah, and
and
in
I've
fact,
seen it. I couldn't. I don't.
I
I
had a
really.
brand new Mach-E GT pull up next to me at a store the other day, and it's not a bad looking car. I just don't consider it a Mustang at
Right,
all. In
right.
fact, I don't call it the Mustang. I call it a Mach-E because that's
And
what it is.
we've talked about this before.
Yeah,
The only
but
reason they
it's
did
not
that,
a bad car. And I've been in the non-GT version. I've driven them. They drive really nicely. They have decent power. You know, it's limited, but they have decent power. That GT, from what I understand, is supposed to be really nice.
yeah, the
Um,
girl I know, she's got the GT and she really likes it, but it don't make enough noise for me.
yeah. No, it don't make enough noise for me either. But I drove one, and it's like a family car. It's not a bad car, you know,
Right.
for the regular one, not the GT.
Well, look at our buddy Stupid Fast Trucks in the house.
Oh, what's up, Stupid Fast? How's it going, Mister C8 owner?
But I mean, when it comes right down to it, I like to hear my thing go vroom vroom.
So do I. I like fast and loud.
And Rich said he took his name off the dark horse list. Markup destroyed it. Well, the thing about it is though, is that I mean, it is what you like or whatever. I get it, but my buddy, he told me straight up. He goes, "I hate that thing. I'm ready to take it back."
Yeah.
And Rich, there was somebody that raced the dark horse with a GT350, and the GT350 beat it.
Yeah. I've seen a video of that.
Yeah.
And I can't see how the GT350 wouldn't beat it. It's just,
you know, that GT350, they're fast, dude, but you gotta shift it like it's supposed to be shifted.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they got a better transmission than I got to start with. That Tremec's nice.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you get in the dark horse, right? That's a Tremec in the dark horse, but in the regular GT, it's still an MT82.
No, I think they're Tremecs too.
No, I thought they kept the MT82 for the 4th gen Coyote. Maybe. I think they did. For the regular, it's still the MT82.
I thought they went with the Tremec with all of them.
Oh no, that would have been smart. That would have been smart, but it was just not what they did.
Yeah, well, we'll find out sooner or later. I'm not sure, but I thought they did. I thought they stayed with the Tremec for all of them.
I'm not sure either. You may be right, but I don't know. Yeah, it wore off of me too, Rich. When it first was announced, which was what, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, right. It was a badass car, and I wanted it. Now I wouldn't mind having that GT3 they made, the whatever the race only. They're not the dark horse one, but the actual race car they made.
Yeah, I know what
you're talking about. Having one of those.
The new one, the new race one.
Mm-hmm. No, not the new one that's not out yet. That the other company's building for them. The actual race car that's going to be there. It's the GT3 maybe.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those things are crazy.
Yeah, but those are race cars. They're not. You're not allowed to drive them on the road.
Yeah, but I still put a dealer plate on it and drive it.
Maybe.
So stupid fast truck. The transmission, and I'm going to tell you, this is kind of embarrassing, but I'm pretty good at driving a stick. I'm not the best, but I can handle it. The GT3 is what Rich said.
Thank you, Rich.
So stupid fast. I'm going to tell you something. That transmission in that car is nice, and it shifts good, and I really love it. But you know what? I couldn't put it in reverse because I forgot where reverse was at in those things. It's been so long since I've driven one. So you got to bring it all the way over and down, but you got to lift up on it to bring it down.
Now, is it down? Is it to the driver's side or passenger side?
Passenger side.
Okay, yeah, exactly opposite of what I'm used to anymore in all my cars. It's
exactly
up and left and
you
up.
You pull up and you go up, but yeah, this right here, I had to bring it over, lift it up, and pull it back. And like I said, it's been so long. I was like, wow, where's the reverse?
And I'm used to the push it down too with my flat stick. You know, the bar I have, it's pushed down, and it's heavily sprung, so it's not easy to push down. Even after 2 years, it still hasn't fully broken into where it's easy. But
so yeah, it's a 5-speed. Rich, it's actually a Tremec 3550.
Oh,
so it's a good trans. You know, it's hard to get used to when you're used to it a certain way. Stupid fast. You're right.
Well, at least you don't have to go into reverse really quick most of the time.
No.
You're not doing one of those spin turnarounds when you're being chased by the bad guys, so you don't have to worry about it.
No.
What year is that one you got?
It's a 93.
Okay, so last year of the
Fox body.
Of the original Fox body.
Right. It was a 2.5 hour drive. You know, my wife went down there and picked it up Sunday.
That's not a bad drive. That's not a bad. That's what about a 5 hour turnaround plus pickup time?
Yeah, but you know, and plus it was all the back roads. There was no highway. There was no highway near this guy. He's in the boonies.
Oh, nice. Oh, look who we have here.
Thanks, Rich.
Hello, Sublime.
Hello, 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 hello.
What's going on, buddy?
Nah, I was just going to get some food.
Long time no see.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, what you going to pick up?
Crappy Wendy's.
Ah, that gives me heartburn thinking about it. I love it, but I hate it all at the same time.
I mean, it ain't no, Jesus, how could I've already forgotten? God. Where did you get the damn food from today, Gary?
Portillo's?
Huh?
Oh, you talking about long?
Long John Silver. Yeah, it ain't no Long John Silver's,
Oh,
but it'll do.
Long John Silver. So I will
That's
say
it.
I had one thing from Taco Bell today because when I was on my way home, I was so hungry and I was right there by Taco Bell. I stopped and got one of those cheesy steak burritos they have. Just they're not huge, and I needed food.
Yeah, I'd come home and after I got done eating, then my wife come home. She goes, "Are you hungry?" And I said, "No, I was bad. I had Long John Silver." She goes, "Good, because I don't have to cook then."
Long
Rich,
John
stupid
Silver.
fast, Bama. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing good. Been doing okay. Didn't do
Oh
anything
shit.
this weekend other than wash cars. So.
Bama says the bully's in the house.
Hmm. Well, you've been missed, that's for sure.
So Sublime, that last what you call it you went to today, did you make a sell?
Where was that last one in Wheaton? Yes. She
Cool.
wasn't home, but she was going to be getting home 5 minutes after I left. And while I was processing the other sales, she texted me saying that she wants to do it too. So 5 sales today, probably totaling in all, let's see, 75, 57. So it's 13.2. Another 4. So 17. Let's say 17 even. Shit, over 20,000 in sales for the day.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's freaking
good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I wish every day was like that.
Yeah, man.
So is that all you're doing now? Is sales? Or are you still doing? You're doing the part-time management?
No, I still do touch ups, but the touch ups have been fairly quiet the last couple weeks. I mean, I got a couple that I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm talking like the management being the going, opening the shop up and all that, getting the
Oh,
people
that's
out the
right,
door.
Jerry. I forgot to tell you. So I talked to my owner yesterday about that situation, and he said he put it like this. He said my role will definitely be expanding. He's just not sure how.
Oh, he's
So
sure. He just ain't gonna tell you.
So what
yeah,
he's
that's about.
saying is you're going to go back to installing now.
No, no, no. If anything, just giving more estimates and probably doing some managerial stuff like scheduling jobs, ordering shakes, stuff like that.
And learn how to give a good hand job.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't forget your knee pads. But winter
Oh,
installing. Oh, that's it's not cooling down much here. It was pretty warm today. I don't know what
I'm
it
gonna
was
tell you,
down by you, Bama.
mosquitoes here are freaking crazy.
Michigan. I expect no less.
Listen, we haven't had mosquitoes all summer, just in the last 2 weeks.
yeah, it's
It's
been a
been
very
hot.
light mosquito summer this year here too.
I'm looking at our forecast. It's mid 80s for the next week or so.
It was because of the lack of the rain. That's why. No rain, no mosquitoes,
Yep.
which I can live with. Well, I mean, I need some rain to freaking slow my scheduling and my work down. That usually helps, but Mother Nature never cooperates.
Hey, when it starts getting really cold, you'll be back on lives again, maybe.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So yeah, we're in the 70s for the rest of the week, and then next week we're going to go up to the 80s.
Okay, everybody. Meet me at the toolbox for a meeting. Damn. That's funny. I needed that. Thanks, Bama.
Oh, did everybody meet me at the toolbox for a meeting?
Yeah.
Toolbox
That's funny.
meeting right now. Everybody, come on.
Everybody polish your 10 mils. Come on, let's go.
Ah, that's how you sell, man. Yeah. 70s for the next 10 days. Yeah, we finally come down out of the 90s. This last weekend it finally dropped down into the 80s, and we're in the 80s now.
It's
And
60 degrees here right now.
60?
It's
60
59.
right now.
It's
59.
75 right now here.
59.
Yeah, our highs have been in the 60s and 70s, although we're going back to the 80s sometime in the near
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, so
Hey,
are we.
after that super hot summer, I'm ready for some cool days. I don't want it to be cold, but
Yeah. Pretty soon I'm
I
going to
should
put the
look at
Mickeys back on the car. Go do some draggy runs.
Yeah, I got the ET Street doors on mine because no need to change them since it doesn't drive on the road anymore. It is not in the trailer right now. It's it came out of the trailer this weekend for the first time, other than being at the drag strip in like a month. It's been in the trailer basically since I got back from Michigan.
Speaking of the drag strips, Jesus Christ, were there some fast cars on Saturday, the last race day for me for the year, dude. There were cars running 440s to 460s all day long.
Wow, yeah, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of that at Jake's. The 4-second cars.
Yeah.
It's like that. If you saw the short of me losing bad to that red S550, and it looked like I was slow. It looked like I was slow. I did a 6.8 on that run. That red car just did like a 4.8 to 5.2.
It was just faster.
Just way faster. Yeah, the parachute on the back was kind of a giveaway. It was going to be faster.
Did I notice the salty hanging under that elephant? I think so, Bama. I think so.
What was Salty doing under the elephant? Could he take it off?
You're getting an appetizer of D's.
D's.
Stupid Face says it was so cold this morning I had to put the top up on the drive into work. Dang
Oh yeah. It was in the 50s when I left this morning.
No. The nice thing, it's cooled off a little bit in the mornings. Now when I pull out of the garage, my windows don't fog up anymore. Because I also changed the temp in the garage to 70 instead of being in the 60s. So
wish I could do that.
What's that?
Have an adjustable temperature garage.
yeah, it's nice. Once I did it in my old garage, I couldn't go back to not having that.
I don't use mine until wintertime.
Yeah.
So, matter of fact, I just dropped the video. I am taking the engine to the engine guy and the transmission guy for the Fairmont tomorrow.
Nice.
So I talked to both of them, and they're both said, "Just bring it, baby."
I'm going to mute myself for a second here. I'm about to pull up to the order board.
Okay. So I thought you had the engine for the Fairmont done.
The engine for the Fairmont I bought.
Yeah.
And it's been sitting for 2 years. So I'm sending it over to my buddy, and I'm going to let him go through it and make sure and go find out exactly what cam and everything in it. And if I want to change the cam and stuff, it'd be a good time to do that.
Right.
So to the guy that I bought the engine from, he said it had like a 700 lift, which is right about what I'm looking for, but I want to make sure.
You want to make sure. And it's easier to let somebody who does that do it than take all the time it would take you to do it.
Mr. Mach 1, I can send it to you, but you may not like it.
The video.
I don't care if I like it. If I don't like it, then I'll just block you, Bama. But yeah, like I said, is that so I'm taking that stuff in tomorrow, getting it because I got a bunch of stuff I got to do because this union stuff's going. It's on fire right now.
Nice.
So once I get home, I'll load everything in the truck, and then I'll drop off the Tran, and then I'll drop off the engine to my buddy.
Nice. You
Yeah, I had a 700 lift in my 408, Rich, and that thing, man, with that 456 gear, oh boy.
So, have you done any work on your Fairmont since the last video?
I have not. I bought another dashboard because I found a better dash. And
You found another better dash?
I found a better dash, and Funky got it for me, and I went over to Funky and picked it up.
I thought he was going to mute.
Huh?
That was just to place the order. I'm just grabbing the food now. Yeah.
Food. So, yeah, the Funky Dash is the one that you got through Funky is the one I knew about. So
yeah, that's the
I
one.
thought maybe you'd gotten a better one from that, and that one was supposedly a really nice one.
Actually, this dash was a really nice one, which I cracked it, but I'm going to fix it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Blitzkrieg, 1987. I really like the car. That's why I bought it.
That is a very nice looking car. I like it too.
I drive. I mean, it's a nice driving car and everything. The seats in it I don't like, but I'm gonna live with it if I find some better seats.
What seats are in it? The stock ones? Or?
They're like a
SC.
like what's that?
They're SC brand, correct?
Yes, the wheels are. But
the wheels. That's right.
What were the seats again? Something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The original Fox body seats, anyway, the old ones.
I think what I'm looking for.
By now, if you can find good ones that are like redone, reupholstered, they're fine. But the last one I had original seats in it, but they were so worn out they were uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I like them when they were new. When they were new, they were great. Like in my 89 that I owned an 89 back in like 91, and that one had great seats in it.
So anyhow, these are called Pro Car Scat Racing seats.
Don't know those.
They're kind of like a Recaro type seat.
Yeah.
But not as nice.
I saw a convertible Fox for sale today.
And I just think they look ugly.
You just think they look ugly? How do they feel?
Are they comfortable?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Oh, well.
That is weird.
Like I says, I can live with them until I get what I want, you know.
Yeah. That's good.
They look like young man seats. Pretty much.
Why is that doing that on my? Not doing it on my TV, but it's doing it on my. So it must be my tablet having trouble.
Then we got Zachary.
Zacharino.
So Zach, I'm on Zach's live, and he's got this lady on his live, and I called her his girlfriend, and she got upset.
Wait, you called who?
What girlfriend?
Zach. He had a live going on, and he's got this lady on his live, and I called him his girl. I says, "Oh, Zach's got a girlfriend," and she goes, "I'm not a girlfriend." I says, "Well, you're a girl, and you're his friend, so you're a girlfriend."
She didn't like that.
The SN95 seats are really nice and comfy. Yeah, I agree.
They are. If they're in good shape, they are.
Yep.
It's
Mark was telling me, he says, best thing to do, he says, get the old 304 Mach 1 seats because they'll bolt right in there. And I think those would be nice.
My 96 Cobra seats were comfy, I'll say that.
I've missed my son's Dodge Dynasty seats. They were comfy as hell. It's like driving on a couch. But they weren't buckets. They were bench seats. But they were comfy.
Well, the thing about it is, Mr. Blitzkrieg, they are growing on me. Don't get me wrong. But I still have a hard time. They look like they're too big for the inside of that Fox body.
Oh, somebody's back in college again. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think what seat. I've only had one Fox Body that didn't have Fox Body seats in it, and I don't remember what they were. I think they were a cheap, like a Sparco brand or something like that, and I didn't like them. They weren't comfortable. They were stiff. They didn't recline. I didn't like them at all, and I got rid of those.
The seats that came in the my buddy's '86 Capri, those were the Halo seats with the adjustable front thing. The front, you could adjust out front to keep more of your legs supported.
Yeah.
Yeah, those I love those seats. So those are good seats.
What was the last car I had that had that? That had a little thing you could shove out in the front to like make it longer.
Yep.
And like it was almost like having a front leg rest.
Exactly. Yeah. It was more leg support for the top part of the leg.
I had a car. I can't remember the last car I had that. I think it was one of my Fox Bodies had that. Because I've owned like 8 Fox Bodies at least.
I owned one.
But it was one of the ones that actually drove too. It was one that I actually drove. There was another car I've been in recently that had that in it. It wasn't my car. Can't remember what it was. The prom night seats. I found out that a '94 Escort had really nice front seats too.
Prom night
a long time ago. Back in '94, I found that out.
I never heard them called that.
These Pro Car Scat seats are like $250 a piece if you buy them.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Send me a picture of that seat, Gary, if you can. Oh, we got volleyball going on.
Volleyball.
Night sand volleyball at this restaurant that's right down the street from my house.
Oh,
they have leagues and stuff.
I think the last time I played volleyball in the sand at night was at a bar called Coasties in Hawaii on the Coast Guard base. That was a blast. And I was drunk, so. All kinds of crap gets stuck in the crack when it's, yeah.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
It gets stuck in the crack.
You better be in an F4 Ranger.
I don't mind Corbeau. Certain ones of their seats are really nice. Some of them are a little overpriced for what they are, but other ones are not.
Yes, exactly, Stupid Fast. It did collect a lot of stuff up in that area.
That's what a vacuum's for.
Yeah.
I got a question just for anybody here who knows, and I'm sure one of you do. In multiple of my cars, I have the heated and cooled seats. So they've got the perforations in them, and they're leather, and I need to clean them. What's the best way to do that?
Say that again now.
So I have in my Mustang and my truck, I have the perforated leather for the heated and cooled.
Right.
And they're dirty. They need to be cleaned. What's the best way to clean them?
God, I don't
Is it leather or is it Alcantara?
It's leather.
Well, just get a leather cleaner, but don't spray it on the seat. Spray it on the rag and then wipe the seat.
Okay, I'm looking.
You don't want it to soak into holes.
I'm looking for getting the dirt out. How to get it out? Who did I just? Oh, there he's back. You still there?
You tell who, me?
Yeah, you dropped off for a second.
Oh yeah, I'm probably hitting a dead zone, getting close to the house.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about an actual leather cleaner?
Like to get the dirt out.
Lexol's a good one.
Yeah, and some of the little perforated holes are like they've got stuff in them.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to get it out because I've tried the vacuum. It does not work.
Hey, I'm about to pull up to the crib. I'm going to hop out of here for a little bit. I'll try and hop back in. How long are you going to be on for?
As long as I feel like it. Probably another hour.
All right, I'll try and hop back in here.
Okay, I'll be here.
All right, guys.
So I'll see you later, buddy.
Later,
Bye, man.
Vlad.
Later.
What's up, Jacob?
Not much. Chilling in my car.
Which, oh, the Xterra.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go pull a transmission for that on Friday.
Yep.
So I should come pick you up Friday night.
Yep. After work, I have Friday off.
I do not have Friday off.
I know.
I
I
do
took
have-
Friday.
I do have Friday, what is it, the 29th, and Monday, the 2nd of October off.
Is that for the?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I took the day before and the day after, so we had the driving day, and we're coming home on Sunday evening. So
That's fine.
even
I can
though
still work.
I found out the bracket racing is on Sunday, and if I wanted to test it tune or any of that, it's all on Thursday. So
Wait, you're going up Thursday?
no, I'm not.
Oh, I was
But-
like,
But Saturday night they're supposed to have a dial in for $1, which is like a $20 buy-in, 8th mile, so I can get my times down. Just make sure I'm still running like a 6.8, 6.9.
I was gonna say because you told me I didn't have to take days off of work, so I didn't take any off.
No, you don't have to. We're gonna leave Friday evening for you and come back Sunday night. I'm just taking the next day off so I don't come back Sunday night and feel like crap the next day because I don't get home until like midnight.
Yeah, I just don't know if the junkyards out here allow jacks or not.
Why wouldn't they?
Anywhere in Washington State, they don't allow jacks. They take them out of their car just so it's not as dangerous because they don't want people jacking up cars and getting under them because of liability reasons.
Now, how are you supposed to lower the transmission?
In Washington, when we would drop transmissions, we'd go in and ask them, and they'd go pick a tire, any tire, in their used tire section, and you drop it onto the tire.
I'll take my damn transmission jack in with me. And if they say no, then I'll tell them that they're breaking the rules because that's dangerous. Because I'm just going to drop it? No.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
smarter to actually have a jack under it. I'm not going to jack the car up. That'd be stupid because their cars are sitting weird.
In Pick and Pull, you haven't been there in years. They have these new bullshit things that are like metal things that go underneath it.
Yeah.
Like there's two of them, one in the front, one in the back, but they block stuff if you need to get to stuff. It's annoying.
Oh, they don't just sit them on tires anymore?
Nope.
Because that was fine with them set on tires because it was just like because they'd take their wheels off and set them on tires, which was kind of bad for if you wanted to take, like say a hub off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. But it wasn't. I should be able to pull it.
Take
It's just
the engine lift over there that they had that you had to borrow from them. Take that over there. You lift the car with that, and then take the hubs off.
you have to rent them at Pick and Pull now,
You have to rent them.
and wheelbarrows.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
No, I mean it is, but it isn't. People kept taking not the engine lifts, but the wheelbarrows. People kept stealing, so you have to put a $15 deposit down. It's not a rent; it's a deposit.
Yeah, and I'd like to see somebody take one of those,
Yeah,
one of their big
hoists.
hoists because those
Yeah.
things were huge. Those were big enough to go over top of a semi.
It's a $15 deposit on either of those, which I understand.
The deposit's fine. I get my money back, so just put it towards what I'm buying. Yeah, I've used the Rich Leather McGuire stuff I like, and I have a lot of good leather cleaner, and that cleaner does well, but it doesn't get the stuff out of the holes. Even the steam cleaner I have didn't get all the stuff out of the holes. That was the problem. So I was hoping to find something out. If nothing else, I'll just use it. I'll get a toothbrush and some of the leather cleaner and use that, and hopefully it'll come out.
That's kind of what I was thinking about, is getting a light brush, a soft bristle brush.
I usually just use a large toothbrush.
Don't you have a
Unless I
steamer?
can find a place that actually has a good brush around here, but I don't know where to go here. But I still live
Amazon.
near Griot's. Go
Amazon.
there. What's Amazon? I can't feel it at Amazon and tell if it's the right stiffness that I want.
I thought your steam cleaner could take anything out of your seats.
No, my steam cleaner can clean stuff. It can't get stuff out. An extractor, yeah, I might have to just, if I can break it up enough, the vacuum will take it out because I do have a pretty powerful vacuum.
Yeah, you just need a soft bristle brush. That's the main thing. You don't want to get too hard of a bristle brush because you don't want to mess it up.
Generally, I buy like a medium, toothbrush for that because all my toothbrush are electric. So I just go out and buy one of those, just a cheap one with the large head on it and use that for cleaning. I used to have some nice brushes for cleaning, and I don't know what happened to them.
You moved.
Yeah, exactly. I moved, and I thought they were all in with my cleaning stuff, but I can't find them. Yeah, and you have to watch the heat. When you're working on the leather with the steamer, you can't let it, the steamer can't screw it up.
Yeah, I don't got leather. I got
my steam cleaner is great on the plastics.
nice cloth.
Does great work. Large head. Yes, I did. I said large head. Ha, ha, ha.
You're just telling everybody you like them large. That's all.
I like them big. Big.
Hey, you know what they say? You know what they say about big shoes?
Well,
they're more expensive.
The thing about it is
Big socks. Big socks.
Big socks.
The thing about it is you don't want a snack, you want a meal.
Yeah, I learned something today.
Small paintbrush would work.
Yeah, I think a certain type of small print, the short ones, or just cut one off, probably work pretty well too. Depending on what bristles it's got on it.
Do you know what trailer you're bringing?
Flat.
All right, bring your winch just in case.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Glad you said that. I'd have forgotten it. I haven't had that winch on that trailer in forever.
I'll remind you, throw in the bed of your truck. We might not need it because this thing decides when it wants to and when it doesn't want to move.
Now we just have to hope that when I come up there that I remember to bring the ramps with me because they're in the storage, so I can get the lawnmower in and out.
Call me before you leave.
I got to put the ramps in the truck. I got to put the winch on. I got to make sure the battery for the winch is charged.
Okay, I got a battery.
I need to put the new connectors on the winch because I've got some new connectors for it.
Yeah, you're telling me.
So I'm not going to be putting them on the little screw down ones. I actually got some decent connectors for it.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I learned about me being in my age, I'll be 58 years old next month. Is that I got to write shit down and put it somewhere where I know it's going to be.
I know.
Hold on, I'm 25 and I have to do that.
Yeah, but that's because you have my brain. I've had to do that forever.
Like, I forgot I bought a new gas can and left it in my car. And today when I went to my car, I was like, this is a volleyball. That's all.
Stupid fast truck says I dated a winch once. Glad it ended.
I dated a winch. I dated a self-proclaimed winch, but she was a kitchen winch.
Oh.
Do you remember who that was, Jacob?
I'm going to guess Dawn.
No, it was before Dawn. Pre-Dawn. It was pre-Dawn.
No, I don't.
Henna.
Oh, Henna. I remember Henna. Okay. Yeah, I have her on. I have her on. I have Henna on Facebook, and I don't have Dawn on Facebook.
Yeah, me either.
Do you have Henna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. She was a great cook. That's why she called herself the kitchen wench.
Yeah, and I have Morgan. I got Dawn's daughter on Facebook.
I don't. Don't forget the fuel in the truck. Oh, yeah. That's expensive, though. Do I have to put it in?
Bro, it actually got way more. I went and passed the gas station. It was like $4.55 for diesel out here.
It's like that here, too. No more waking up at the crack of dawn. It was pre-dawn.
Oh, you slept too close to the crack and caught a cold.
I don't need no crack, man. No crack.
Let me ask you, because I'm not too sure on automatic transmission. So when I turn this car on, the transmission squeals like almost a supercharger, and it is a CVT transmission.
And it has fluid in it, right?
Oh yeah.
Sounds like
the right kind of fluid.
Yes, I haven't put fluid in it, but I've checked it.
Sounds like the front pump.
Could it be the pump? Is that in the transmission?
Yes.
So that's a common thing that I was Googling, that the pumps go bad in these transmissions because they're CVT. But I also was reading if they go bad, the transmission's done at that point.
Probably
without,
90% of the time.
without
It,
the
it,
pump,
it went bad, and it kept the people before me kept driving on it until it didn't go no more.
Right.
But
Well,
I was thinking that couldn't have been torque converter.
no.
I don't think the torque converter would sing like that,
Okay,
but usually the front pump will sing like that.
okay, then it was probably the front pump. But I'm gonna go to the junkyard, pull a different one.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a new torque converter regardless because it's only $140 when I'm pulling the transmission. You might as well throw
You
that
should
on.
always get a new torque converter or make sure the one you're putting in there is flushed.
Right. CVTs are horrible. Some of the newer ones aren't near as bad as the originals.
No, the Nissan Juke, it might be ugly as shit, but they have pretty good CVTs.
The Nissan Juke is a piece of junk. I don't want one.
They're cool
I
except
hate
their
them.
looks.
I hate the way they look. I
No,
hate the
I don't
leaf,
like their looks.
and I
It
hate
looks like
the
a
Juke.
bug.
And most CVTs are horrible. I agree, Rich.
Yeah, I know, but for the price I
I'll be
paid for
right
this
back.
car, for the price I paid for it,
Yeah, for the price you paid, yeah, whatever.
I'll put a new CVT from the junkyard in it.
Hey, if you can get one and get it to work right and stuff like that, then just drive it till you can't drive it no more. That's all.
Well, they offered me this Xterra 2006 Xterra for $200, and I looked at the junkyard price, and junkyard already offered me $550 for it. So I was like, all right, no matter what, let's buy this.
There you go.
And it looks like crap, but it's got $300 headlights on it, halos, and it's got a touchscreen Pioneer.
Well, at least you can listen to the music if you can't drive it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I drive. Well, it's getting towed. I'm gonna get it fixed. So I have a working car out here for dirt cheap. Other than that, I don't think I've ever owned a Nissan. I've probably owned 90 cars, but never a Nissan.
Well, I've owned Nissan. With y'all went to the junkyard.
I've owned Infinities.
I've never owned an Infinity because they came out after I started working at where I'm at now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've owned Infinities. I think Ford Rangers is probably the number one thing I've owned the most of. I think I've owned eight Ford Rangers.
Nice.
Yeah. But I've also owned 7 Chevy S10s, and I kind of like them about the same.
Chevy S10s ain't bad.
It's all how you treat them. That 4.3 Vortec is one of the most bulletproof engines, other than the inline 6 300 that Ford made is probably my favorite engine because you could put that thing through hell and it will keep.
Well, the
it'll keep
300s
taking.
were built like they were for tanks.
Yeah, mine made it to 500,000 miles before it threw a rod.
Got to get them done. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, is that we were in the junk business, so we've owned them all. One time or another, we junked them all.
Yeah, no, I've junked a lot of my cars. Some cars that still ran, my buddies are like, let me buy that. I'm like, guys, you don't want this. And I'd feel bad if I sold it to you. It's got to go to the junkyard.
I never felt bad selling my friends anything. If they wanted it, I gave them a good deal on it, and that was it.
I did sell, I think, one of my friends bought my Dodge Dynasty. It had no problems, but I gave it to him for $500. I was like, just take it.
Well, you hooked him up, so he was probably appreciative.
Yeah, I think he drove for like 3 years. And it didn't even die. It got totaled. Somebody hit it and a red light hit it.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, he still drove it home because, like, I don't know, those old K-frame Dodges were just fine. He still drove it home, but the door wouldn't open or close on the passenger side, both of them.
Oh yeah, we've had those cars before, and they twisted pretty easy.
Yeah. What do you drive mainly? Just do you daily your Mustang?
No, I got F-150.
Oh, okay, you daily an F-150?
Yeah.
V8 EcoBoost.
EcoBoost.
Okay, so it gets decent gas.
I use it to pull my trailer. I use it EcoBoost to pull it to do everything. And my wife's got a an Edge ST.
Okay.
It's her daily, you know. So good vehicles.
I mean, I'm a Ford person, but I also like cheap because I'm at that age. So if it comes to the right price, I'm gonna buy whatever.
Well, no, and that's it. But I mean, you got to figure I'm 58 years old, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I've already been through that stage. Listen, I've screwed stop signs to the floor so my feet wouldn't go through.
I've definitely self-tappered some stop signs. I used to call them felony holes, and my friends are like, "Why do you call them felony holes?" Because they were so rusted. I'd be like, "Because if you have a felony and you get pulled over, you drop it out the floor."
There you go. That's it. Yeah, I had a Roadrunner. I had a 72 Roadrunner, and I used to have to keep my feet up on the frame because there was no floor.
See, luckily I have size 15 shoes, so that's got to be a big hole.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, there were some big holes though.
Stupid vest is weight reduction. You know, those are just race car holes.
That's funny. But yeah, we drove a little bit of everything from junk to till we got to the point where we started affording new cars, you know, my wife and I.
Yeah.
We drove a lot. Hey, listen, I pulled a lot of cars out of the back of the yard, fixed them up, put brakes on them, tires, and drove them. And it always seems like everything that I drove, people wanted to buy. So I started pulling the cars out of them and fixing them up, slapping a dealer plate on them and driving them.
Somebody offers you a right price, sold.
Hey, whatever, you know. I mean, I've got old 78 color. Back in the day, if you had a 78 colors, you could sell that thing with no problem because that was like,
you know. I love older Cuddies.
Yeah,
they're nice.
Okay,
and they're pretty easy to work on. I helped my old coworker work on 3 of his, and you can pull all panels, like the front end, off in one piece if you know what bolts to pull.
Exactly. We used to call them a front end kits at the junkyard. We'd pull them off there and we'd set them up with some as a front end kit.
Front end kit.
So they would call us, "I need a front end for a such and such car," and I say, "Yeah, I got a front end kit, such and such amount of dollars." A front end kit, I says, "Yep, you just take yours off and put this right on, bolt it right on."
Bama drives a Toyota Tercel. I like Tercels though.
Do you remember about the same time as Henna, I had the Corolla Tercel.
You did.
79. That thing was a beast.
Loved and then you bought an Escort out of the junkyard for Henna. I remember that.
And that Escort did not work. Never got it working. Had a seized engine. Put it in an auction, and I got it for like nothing. So I sold it for as much as I paid for it.
Oh, I talked to Ford Blue last night.
Did you?
Yeah, I ain't talked to him in a while.
I saw him on a live not too long ago and talked to him for like 5 minutes or less, and then he got off and never came back.
Yeah, he's just been busy at work and that, and trying to get his house straightened up and his garage, and you know, he's been busy.
Life.
I think he said he finally felt like he was at home.
Yes,
like last week he finally felt like he was at home now.
Yep.
It takes a while. I'm not even sure I feel like I'm at home here yet.
I don't. I got to get my own place. I was looking at getting my own place right after my car's running. Get my own place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your own apartment.
Of course. In the ghetto too.
I
hate apartments. I do. Can't. You're not supposed to work on cars in most of them. You know.
But how many times have you pulled your car up on the curb so you can get underneath it and change the starter? You know what I'm saying?
Well, here they replaced the asphalt here, like I think a year and a half ago. And when I was working on this car before I bought it, because these other people were having me do brakes, and you could do that if the office was closed, you know, something quick and easy.
Yeah.
I jacked it up with the jack, and after I went to go lower it, I went to move the jack out, and the jack wouldn't move out, and I realized I put an inch dent into this asphalt. And was like, wow, that is some cheap asphalt.
It was also really hot too, I'm sure, that day. It wasn't. There's no way that asphalt's that old. I've seen it. That asphalt looks fairly new.
Like, I would say
in the last 6 months.
Well, I've only lived here 2 months. I know it's newer.
It's like not even 6 months old asphalt. Its
Well,
stuff is new, but
I
it
put
was
a
not poured.
inch down.
It was not. So they didn't. Oh, what is that? They didn't press it down hard enough. They didn't pack it very well.
They put it on top of the old asphalt. I know that with
Well,
no crap.
that's I've seen that done plenty of times, and it's fine as long as you do it right.
My friend used to pack his full of frozen fish and make deliveries. Hey guys, I'm gonna pop off here because I gotta get up early because we got more meetings tomorrow, early in the morning for midnights and stuff like that.
I appreciate you coming on. It's been a long time since I've seen you on here, so
It's
thanks
good
for
seeing
coming
you
in.
guys. Once we get this stupid strike stuff straightened out, then I'll be back around.
Cool.
All
Hopefully
right.
that's soon because we don't need it to go on forever like that SAG after one.
Exactly.
When that
Guys,
one can keep going.
Guys, have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good night.
Are you wearing a hat? Is that your red hat?
Of course.
Oh, I couldn't tell if it was a hat or a bandana.
It's because it's back. I mean, the Cletus thing's fading, but
The cleater signed hat. That when I found out you were as tall as he is,
I know.
and that you're both 6'6".
And I didn't think I was 6'6", but then I was like, okay, I am.
kept telling you were. You were too damn tall not to be. Damn giraffes everywhere. So you're just hanging out in your car?
Yeah, it's peaceful in here. I spent probably 5 hours in here yesterday.
What's going on? Is there a little bit of noise in the house? Kids and
Kids.
Yeah.
Kids. Too many.
I'm just here with my wife.
Well, Haley has her 2 kids, and I don't mind them. I can handle that. And then she thinks her house is an orphanage, and all these other kids run in here and run in and
Drives you
out.
nuts.
It does. So I just go to my car.
You just need a little place to be. The car.
I don't mind. Even when I lived at with Caitlin in my house, I'd get home and I'd sit in my car and watch YouTube probably for like 4 hours before I went inside.
That's just wrong. Your kids wanted to. Those were your kids.
Not all of them.
Well, it doesn't matter. You treated them like they were yours.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just nice to relax.
Really? I wouldn't know. I never had kids of my own.
Yeah.
I had heathens. I had big pains in the asses.
I lost my cigarettes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I was thinking, when you drive my car back to your house, I just ride in the Xterra so I can smoke.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Why not? It's tempting.
Because it ain't gonna happen. If I get in an accident, that's dangerous as hell.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's also illegal.
You know what else is? Nobody here believes in trailer plates, and it just
Drives me nuts. Yeah.
just,
I have plates. I just don't have the newest. I don't have the new sticker on them. I should probably call the bar about that.
do you know I did learn about Xterras, and I hope you could see it, and I never knew.
No.
So can you see the roof rack?
Yeah. Hold on. We're gonna go full screen here on you. Waboo.
Roof rack.
Yeah.
That was roof rack. There's
That
a
opens
handle.
up.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the Xterra. Didn't they do like the other thing, kit in the door or something in the back door?
Toolkit.
Huh?
The toolkit.
Toolkit, first aid kit, whatever.
Yeah, it still has everything in it.
Yeah, but it's got the toolkit in that thing in the door, right? In the back door.
Yeah, that's why it sticks out a little bit.
Yeah. That's they did that in a couple of different cars.
Yeah. And what else I have? Both of. Oh, now you really won't be able to see. But the grocery cover and the net still has.
Cars, a newer, it's an option for cars.
Oh,
that's like the Edge. Didn't come in the Edge. You have to pay that option. And it's not a pull-out one. It's an option.
Well, this thing's a 2006, so it's 17 years old, and it still has that.
My Focus still has that. It
Yeah, your
wouldn't
car's-
had I not taken it out of my old Focus, which I just replaced it my old Focus, and luckily it wasn't in there the day I got in the accident, or it would have been crushed.
Yeah, it says,
package
hell, he
today.
can lay down in the back of the truck, smoke all he wants. I can. He's got a tonneau cover too. See?
In the back of my truck, yeah.
Yeah, we can do that too. Because you even tell people when we went to a hotel. You told them that I was a dog, and you're allowed to put dogs in the bed of your truck.
No, I'm not. I don't allow dogs on the bed of my truck. I care more about the dogs
Hmm.
than the law. I would not. I don't put. I will not do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Especially after Dakota. No.
Yeah. When she wasn't even in the bed of a truck, she jumped through a window, didn't she?
No, she was in the bed of the truck, and my mom was holding the leash through the window.
Oh, your mom's an idiot. So
No shit.
mom is an idiot. That's all there is to it. Now we know where you get it from.
I did figure out this is base model because it's not the 4x4, but I have poverty buttons.
Poverty? You mean fake buttons?
Yeah, we call those poverty buttons. Like if it,
The
buttons.
buttons that don't do anything?
Yeah, those are poverty buttons.
Well, we can upgrade it. We can make it better, stronger, fat.
We have the technology.
No, we don't. We'll just have to drop a big block in that thing. It's
I have
front wheel
Halos.
drive, though. It's front wheel drive.
No rear.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's easy. We can drop a big block in that thing.
I know. Well, the transmission's already big block.
We'll have to beef up the suspension. Get you a better transmission.
The this transmission is bigger than any transmission that I've ever worked on.
It's a CVT.
Okay, well the drive shaft also, I can put my hand around not even half of it, and I have a big hand.
Hey, Rich, whenever I say that bigger, we can make it faster, stronger. I always hear the theme of the Bionic Man and always the jumping, the running, all of it. Yes, again with the $6 Million Man. Always. It was one of my favorite shows growing up. That and the Bionic Woman.
To show you my age, every time I hear that, I think of Family Guy making fun of that.
Well, of course. $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman, A-Team, Knight Rider. Great shows when I was a kid. I've gone back and tried to watch them. I cannot do it. I mean, I think the Bionic Man is one of the more believable ones without being believable at all.
It's all right. You feel old. My coworkers, because we were talking about 9/11 the other day, and two of my coworkers that are 18, they were like, I wasn't even born.
Yeah, you were barely alive, Jacob.
I was in diapers. We was chilling.
Yeah, you were.
It's all right.
I was working at Starbucks when that happened, up on the 8th floor of the Starbucks building, which was one of the taller buildings in that part of Seattle. We were not having fun that day.
I believe it. I had there's my company logo steering wheel lock in our work that I don't know why it sits on top of the desk in my station, but it's there with the key. And Junior walked over, and Junior's like, they are young. And I was like, Junior, watch this age test. And he's like, what do you mean? I grabbed this. I looked at him. I was like, do you guys even know what this is? They're like, no, we always look at it and curious on what it is. And it's a steering wheel lock. Like, how do you not know what that is?
You mean like a club?
It is a club. Yeah, I call them steering wheel locks.
Yeah, well, I'm just original.
I don't know if it's your service or mine, but you're cutting out.
You were cutting out too. I'm showing 4 bars here. I don't know why, because so my live stream thing where it shows my live how long, then it's showing bad connection, and then 8 people in here other than on the panel, but my other one's showing full bars. So I don't know why. It must be my connection to the network, and it should be better now. It just went away.
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Well, I can't go plug in because I'm nowhere near one of my hubs. So, and there's no Ethernet port on this tablet.
Mm.
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure I have one on my laptop.
Probably not. You got to go Ethernet to USB-C.
Yeah, it has to have a dongle, which I don't have. That's right. I was thinking of my work laptop. It's got one, but it's one of the ones that it folds into it, and it's a workstation laptop. It's still pretty big, and it still doesn't have one that's not folded up. But it's a keyboard for my tablet, which is not on it right now. I don't need it. There again, showing poor connection.
Yeah, I could tell it's cutting out again.
I don't know why it's poor connect. Oh, I think Colleen just started watching TV. No, you're fine, sweetie. It's not that. The TV's not going to hurt this. TV's not even on the Wi-Fi. And it doesn't use that much internet. I don't know why it's a problem with mine. It's the DSL here. I hate DSL. I really want the fiber to get hooked up here. Really, really do. I see it outside. It's still sitting there. They still haven't done anything with it. They put that in in like March or April?
Yeah. Before I moved here.
Uh-huh. Just been sitting there. The wires are, every pole has like wires for each of the houses curled up on it. And then at the end of the road is the roll, the entire roll of fiber optic cable, because they brought it down and didn't take it up the roll because they haven't finished the connections. I don't know. I guess maybe they're going to do all the sub feeds and then come back and do the main. I don't know what they're doing. It just has to get down to the 3 mile lane. Once it gets down to 3 mile, that's where the main connector is, the main hub, where the fiber ends. It's pretty bright. You have Communist Cast? So I had the local, I don't remember what whatever the local one was where I lived in Tacoma, and it was cheap. It was $65 a month with their modem, and their modem was good because it was one of the 6G modems. I'm because I went to try and turn it in, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't want that. It's yours." So I still have it. It's useless. It only works on their network. Hey, Jacob.
What?
Oh, okay. Because I said, "Why did it get so bright in there? Are you watching another video or something?"
No, I was texting.
Texting. Communist Cast.
Yeah, I was texting.
Xfinity.
Texting females.
Females, they don't want to talk to you.
Oh, yes, they do.
Mm-hmm. Frontier, nothing special. I've had Frontier. Frontier's all over the damn nation now. I mean, I think Frontier started in like North Carolina, and it's like everywhere now.
Have you thought about Starlink?
What up, Drew? How's it going?
I think Starlink's pretty cool.
Starlink?
If you could, so it's a little bit expensive to start up because you got to buy everything. Like it's like $3,000 to start. But if you were living off the grid, it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm alive. Well, what do you need?
He's talking about your age, and he's surprised that you've made it this far.
Oh, shut up. I'm surprised you've made it this far. I haven't taken you out. Because I still have that option out here.
I don't have a R1 yet.
Yeah, I brought you into this world. Now I can take you out, right?
That's not a dad saying. That's a mom saying.
No, it's a dad saying, too. Because without me, you wouldn't be here. Would you?
I think I'm more afraid of my mom than you.
That's because she's crazy.
No, not my actual mom.
No, that's because she's crazy.
Yeah. Her
Is that
nickname's the
3K
Devil.
for Starlink? No, it can't be that much.
What?
Startup cost.
Startup cost is anywhere from 2,500 to like 3,500 because you have to buy all the equipment outright.
You're crazy. That's crazy. No, wouldn't do it.
It's not 2,500 a month. It's just starting, and then it's like I think 200 a month or 150, one of the two.
That's too much. I'm not paying that much for cable or for internet. Not doing it.
Yeah.
I paid $65 a month for fiber, 1 gig up and down. You did the same thing. You had the same service.
I did it before you did and convinced you to switch to it.
Who was that?
I did it, and then I convinced you to switch.
Who was it? Who was the service?
CenturyLink.
Which took over all the old
Quest. Oh, you're cutting out.
They took over because those were clear as fiber. Because those were the first fiber lines in the country. You know that.
It was Quest, and then CenturyLink bought out Quest.
I know, but in Tacoma, where we lived, it used to be Clear Network, which was Tacoma's network that put the first fiber lines in the state in.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that.
Which was also the first fiber lines in the country, if I'm not mistaken.
I just remember
for citywide.
I just remember CenturyLink bought out Quest because it went from Quest Field to CenturyLink Field.
Yeah. And I didn't care either way. Although the price was decent, so
$65 a month. I was the one that got you to switch off Comcast because you're like, I'm not going to switch to CenturyLink.
That's what I'm paying now. Is $65 a month for DSL.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? Oh, I have to dig out my CB radio. Yeah, I don't even think I have one left. I think I got rid of all my old CBs.
No.
I have ham radios though, portable ham radios though. I'm not licensed to use them, so I don't use them, but I have them.
I like ham. As long as it's like honey glazed.
Oh, you're funny.
I was about to go to Arby's for food.
So the thing just came out for the average consumer now that they're paying more now than they were with cable when they dropped cable to go to all the streaming services. They've gotten so expensive now that it costs more than cable did.
Because you have to have more than one, and everyone knew this would happen.
I don't have to have more than one. I have one that I pay for now.
I know. I don't have Disney Plus anymore.
Well, you do until the service runs until November, I think.
I've never used it.
I used it for The Mandalorian and a couple other things, and that's about it.
Oh, my kids, it's still logged into the TV where my kids live. They use it probably a lot. They're going to be sad.
Breaker 19, because that looks like Breaker 19. That'd just be really weird. Breaker 19. Come back. What's 20?
Oh, I don't know what you said because you didn't say over.
Over. No, I don't. I'm on a CB. I'm not saying over most of the time. Only time I ever said over really was on military communications. Night, Bama. You have a good evening. Yeah, 4:30 comes really early. So does 5:30. I get up at 5:45. I've changed my ways. I don't get up super early anymore. Ain't no ETA.
I went to bed at 9 p.m. last night, and then my phone died because I was watching YouTube, and woke up at 8:10 and went, "Fuck! I got to be at work at 8:30."
Mm-hmm. Is your job a little busier now?
Yes and no. So everyone got their own tasks now, and somehow my task has the most stuff. But I probably work 6 hours a day and play ping pong 2 hours of the day. But my other two coworkers got the easy task: play ping pong 5 hours of the day.
I'm gonna have to think though that the more you do during the day, the faster it goes.
Way faster, because they were like, "Have fun doing all this." I was like, "Honestly, my day goes faster."
Day goes so much faster when you're busy. My day went pretty fast today, other than the hour and a half break I had to take for my doctor's appointment because my doctor got held up at the hospital And so my 8:45 appointment that I was sitting in the room waiting on her became a 9:45 appointment. And, that just meant I had to work later. So I got back to work and I had to stay until 4 today instead of 3.
I did get my first talking to by the general manager
Why?
for something wrong that I did that I didn't think was wrong.
The
Because I
general
finally,
manager.
yeah, I finally got comfortable on the forklifts and the ones that you stand up on and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that I'm going too fast around the warehouse with them.
Okay. There is a speed limit in the warehouse for most forklifts, and there's an OSHA rule on that too.
These are all governed down.
It doesn't matter, Jacob. They need to be governed to the maximum speed they can do, but they
They all
aren't.
do no more than 5 miles an hour at my work.
Yeah, and it's probably about 2.5 is what they want you to do.
Yeah, they do. No, he literally goes, honestly, and also I want you to slow down because you put away that whole truck within an hour and you're supposed to make that last you the whole week. I was like, how do I do that? Do I put one machine away and go watch videos for an hour?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I would have trouble working in a place that wanted me to slow down that much.
No,
Because
they want me to just slow down.
I like being slow to make the day go by. So if I start researching stuff or looking at cars and stuff on the internet, I don't even realize, like, where'd that 7 hours go?
Oh no, it's still
Yeah,
slow.
I've known people to be killed with forklifts too. I've taken so many OSHA training forklift. I'm forklift certified anyway, and I always am, even
So
though
am
I
I
don't
now.
ever use one. But I get my cert done every 3 years like I'm supposed to, and I always pass the test without even cheating.
Well, there's 3 of us in the warehouse, and we all know it because you go around honking the whole time. You just nonstop honk, and
Oh, I hate that, but yeah.
it don't bother us. We all wear half an earbud. Like it's an earbud. Everyone has one earbud out, one earbud in.
Yep. See, they made us quit wearing them at one job, and I was like, screw this, because I'm my old job at Seattle Safety. And I was like, no, I'm going to wear one because that way I can still hear things, but I can listen to whatever I'm listening to, which is usually books or podcasts. I wasn't like jamming out to music, and I was listening to stuff just to make the day go by.
He's like, don't discount that.
How
I
do you
understand
get killed
forklifts
by a forklift easily?
ran over.
I've seen people smashed by forklifts. I've seen people have stuff dropped on them by forklifts. I've seen people who were dumb enough to stand under a load and the forklift give way. And that person didn't die, luckily, because it caught a lock, and it only really seriously hurt them.
I only go the 5 miles an hour if I don't have anything on the forklift. Other than that, I'm usually scared out of pure the stuff I'm carrying is like $90,000 dishwashers.
That's crazy.
So
I'd never
I'm just
pay that much for a dishwasher.
they're not meant for your household. The household ones only cost like $8,000.
I would never pay $8,000 for a dishwasher. I'm paying $200-300 max.
Okay, well, our dishwashers also clean your dishes within a minute. The household ones within, I think that's 70 seconds.
So my dishwasher stands up there, and I wash dishes until they're done, and it takes me a couple minutes, and I'm good.
Yeah. These are meant for like prisons and cruise lines and high-end restaurants.
Prisons.
Yeah.
They don't get clean dishes. Screw that. No.
Yeah, the prison ones are actually a pain in the ass to build. I've helped Junior.
Really?
Yeah, they use such stupid screws, so you can't screw it.
So you can't take them apart.
Yeah, but honestly, it's hard to screw those. Yeah, they're hard to screw in too.
Which ones are you using? The 2-hole? They got the little 2 holes in.
No, it's like I'm gonna say 1 hole. It looks like, but it barely can catch on anything, and they strip out so easy if you don't have it perfectly aligned.
I know those. Those are a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
those are like the worst.
Yeah, but that's
at least you're not using the screws that pop the heads off when the click a double-headed screw, and the top screw has a bit in it. Itself, and then it's just left to the dome. So to take it out, you have to drill it out. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, because we also use why am I brain farting? Jeez, I've used these so many times.
Geez, I
No,
use geez
the
almost every day. Words. The geez, like you use
the
G for
screw that
guy.
uses it's not a screw. It pokes in, use a special gun. It pulls it through, snaps the head off, and to get it out, you have to drill it out.
Rivet.
Rivet. There we go. Rivets. Because if we build a dishwasher and you mess something up and you're testing it, you have to drill out all the rivets.
Yeah, that's a rivet.
Yeah.
That's a pop rivet, is what that's called.
Yeah. At least we have the Milwaukee rivet guns, so you don't have to do any work to put them
You
in.
know, I used to use the air powered Harbor Freight ones, and they worked great for a while. I think the one I used at when I was at Citadel Safety, I used a lot was one of the Harbor Freight big blue can ones, and it worked great for like 2 years until you had to replace it.
Yeah.
As long as you used it correctly.
If I'm going to the junkyard with zero tools to pull a transmission, what basic tools from Harbor Freight do you think I need?
Sockets, long extensions,
Sockets, long extensions.
and it's going to be all metric. So just get. You'll probably be fine with 3/8. Go with 3/8 stuff. Make sure you get. You're going to need shorties and longs. You're going to need deep wells and shorts. The reason I say that. And some pry bars, maybe.
Pry bars. I got to get under here to see if they use 12-point bolts for the drive shaft, because I know Ford does.
If they use 12-point, just buy all the don't buy them all. Depending on which brand you buy, the universal sockets work great unless you buy the cheap Harbor Freight ones, and then they strip out like we had at the drag strip.
Yeah. Well, I don't have my 1/2-inch impact. I left it in my storage unit. I'm gonna really cry at the junkyard that I don't have it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Mine's sitting in my garage right now. So is my 3/8 impact.
Did you get your clutch?
Yes, I did. Told you.
Nice.
We've talked about this. Remember, it was missing the tool. I don't remember if the tool was even in it anymore. I think I may have taken it out of that one.
You did, because I've never even opened that box.
Well, the box was barely holding itself together when it got here.
It was barely holding itself together when I got
and
it.
nothing against Zach, but the tape job on it was horrible.
Oh no!
It really needed to be packaged in another box, but I understand for cost wise. A little bit more tape would have worked.
The fiber tape that like Amazon uses and shit, that's the strongest tape ever, because I use it at work.
No, he used regular clear packing tape, and it was all like stretched out. And
to get the fiber tape, you have to have the machine that puts it through water.
Oh, that tape.
Yeah, that shit is super strong.
No, screw that. It didn't even need to be that. It just needed to be a little bit tighter, better. It needed to be that heavy duty 3M packing tape. Would have been fine. It's still fine. It came here. It's fine. It all comes in one piece. Luckily it's not like multiple pieces. It's all put together when you get them. So, because it is a flywheel, twin disc, and pressure plate all in one. You have to take it apart to install it.
I will say I did use a pallet jack that I'm not super comfortable on today, because it's the ride-along pallet jacks that you stand on.
Ooh, the electric.
Yeah, and I'm okay with them, and I could do it just fine, but it was loading a $130,000 dishwasher onto a truck. I think it's just the price that this dishwasher costs that scares me.
I used to worry about stuff like that, Jacob. I did. And it's good to be cautious. It really is. That you less chance of screwing up. But you have to get over it after a while and just.
Well, no, I will say it will eventually happen, because even on the your average dishwasher on a forklift, that's your house one, that was 9,000. I was super cautious at first. Now I'm just over here like, okay, I'm gonna lift this up 30 feet, put on the rack 30 feet up, no problem. But when you're at like 130,000, I'm like, oof.
Exactly. Like Chris said, worry about how much you treat them all the same. Just make sure you do it right. If you do things right on the forklift, they won't fall.
Oh,
and
forklift
you
system.
know you feel like you're doing YouTube with people, and you're just waiting to watch all the glass fall or all the eggs fall because they're stupid and they're not paying attention to what they're doing, or the way they work in that warehouse is not smart and they stack things way too high.
No, we stack shit pretty high, but it's just three of us. The first
You
day I was
stack it
there,
high or you load it on shelves high.
loaded on shelves high.
That's different. I'm talking stacks where
Oh,
they're picking up these stacks that are like 20 feet tall.
Nothing stacked. Our dishwasher's way too much to stack onto up of each other.
Woo, 240 tons. I think the biggest I've run, I think, was a 60K boom lift, and that was rated at 60K at half length of the boom, and it was an
240.
articulating. It was an articulating, so the back wheels and front wheels would do this. That was in the Army, but at half boom length, you were good for 60K.
240 tons. That's more weight than you could put on the road.
Yeah, well, that's not using a rope, I'm sure.
No, a road.
Oh, depends on the road.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you. Well, no, I don't know. That's a lot of weight.
That's why there's concrete roads out there, and they're made to hold heavy weight. 10 stories tall. What were you lifting, Rich? That is huge. 240
A
tons
skyscraper?
is a lot. That's what is that? 480,000 pounds.
Yeah, skyscraper. He was lifting up skyscrapers with a forklift.
He was lifting an entire building. Superman could do that with one hand. Come on. Hero? Oh, now I gotta look stuff up. Making me look stuff up in my own live stream. You're crazy, man. Why you do that to me? Kiero. Hero. Definition. Is there something else I can add on to Kiro to look up, like Kiro lift or exhaust gas module?
Oh, I got a debit card finally, Dad.
Yeah, finally.
Thank God.
Again?
I designed it. I'll show you because it doesn't show numbers on the front.
I'm not finding it looking that up there, Rich. Kiro transporter. Okay, let's do it. Back. Transporter.
You weren't looking.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'm typing.
Hold on, check out this. I designed it myself. It doesn't show numbers, so I can show it.
Bad decision. Nice.
Yeah, it makes you feel good when I swipe it.
Can you flip it over and turn it to the other side so we can see all the numbers on it? Because the numbers are really just cool to look at. And I'm going to take a picture real quick. I'm full screen. You turn now.
I got you.
The Kiro transporter. The first thing it came up was a picture of the thing that moves the space shuttle around.
That makes sense. 240 tons.
That's what came up. The shipyard transporter manufacturer, but that doesn't say Kiro. But that's what came up as a transporter like that moves things like the space shuttle around. Huge things, and it moves really slowly. Hot. Just because I get bored because they move so damn slow. And container ships are freaking huge too. Oh my God. The amount of stuff they put on those things, just watching them stack the containers so damn high. And then knowing that, what you see above the ship is also mostly below the ship too, or below the sight line you can see. So it has been almost 2 hours. I told Sublime I'd be on for another hour, and he's still not back yet. It's been almost an hour since then.
I thought you started at 8.
7:30.
Oh, you started early.
If you look at, I posted it yesterday.
Okay, I seen it, but I just assumed 8.
Yeah. I'm trying to go a little earlier, just so I could be done earlier.
You good? You ended it at 9:30 then?
Yeah, probably about another 15 minutes.
It's all good. I'm walking to the store,
What store are we going to?
the gas station.
The one at the corner?
No, the closer one, the Walmart one.
Oh, the one across the street.
Yeah.
Don't get run over.
Did you hear that guy drifting?
I heard somebody not being able to drive. Yes.
He was skirting, but not purposely, I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You did hear that the RTO weekend, or that weekend, the Holly Ford Fest,
What now?
the RTR guys, the
What about him?
drifters, Chelsea and
Adam
Von
LZ?
Gitt's supposed to be there.
What about Adam?
I don't know. They didn't mention his name.
He's RTR.
Well, so is Von Gitt Jr.
Hey, the Tonka truck's at the gas station.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Also Bigfoot's supposed to be there.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know what days everything's happening. I got to look it up, see if we can find out a schedule, because I think most everything's happening Saturday, Sunday. Like,
Is that when we're going?
Thursday is an early in day, and there's no run early in to all that. And I think there's a testitude Thursday afternoon, evening, and then Sunday. Sunday's the elimination. So
Yeah.
and because we're gonna get Friday night, we aren't pulling in until Saturday morning at the spot. That means we're gonna get stuck with a really crappy parking spot. Hopefully there's one left for the trailer, or we're gonna end up having to just drop the car off and take the trailer back to the hotel, which I'm hoping there's a spot at the hotel to park it.
Yeah, I hope you got a good lock for your trailer if you're planning to drop it off.
Why?
So no one steals it.
Underground utilities. I never thought about that. I never did think about that. What Rich just said, most roads in and around a shipyard have no utilities underground for this reason, because when they're moving those big containers and those transports and stuff, because you can connect as many as you need. I don't want to connect more than 2. That's a lot. Just too slow for me.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Jacob.
What'd you do? You forgot your wallet?
No.
What?
We walked to the store because we've been drinking and didn't want to drive, but I realized I fucking was walking with a beer in my hand.
Is that illegal?
It is illegal to walk in public with a beer in your hand, yes.
Put it in a cup. Jesus. I think that's stupid, as long as you're not like being stupid. I've walked around in public with beers in my hand plenty of times.
Black and whites, please.
No.
I do it every time. You don't come by it.
I do not. Because I usually buy a carton at a time.
Number 4, babe. Bring it to 190.
Oh, that just hurts my ears.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that, Jacob.
No way.
For Dad.
The beeping of the card machine. Oh.
No, thank you.
Yeah, slow is good. Yeah, when you're moving that kind of equipment weight around, Rich, slow is good.
Yes, it is.
I like to work with. Just by working here, because I never think that's right. I'll do that. I'm still hustling, but everybody walks for stuff.
You playing a game right now, Zach?
Yeah.
Which playing?
You got it. Good night.
Destiny 2.
Hold on, Dad. Now that I'm not the thing, how did I make you feel? What now?
Oh, the when you were hitting the buttons for the keypad for the debit card, it was loud and annoying.
Oh, my
I
bad.
haven't played Destiny 2 in over a year now because I haven't had my Xbox hooked up and since I moved here.
It's all right. I'm too tall for this girl to remember me
Right?
because
That's for it.
I'm above the window, so they can't see me. And every time they
Yeah.
ID me, she's like, "Oh, I know the Washington ID. I forget. I know your mom and sister." She's like, I just can't see your face."
Yeah, because you're too damn tall. You should duck down.
Nah.
Oh, is it from the outside or something?
Yeah, it's a walk. It's just a gas station type deal, like a Walmart gas station.
They don't have it inside.
You can go into Walmart.
Takes about a month to plan that move. I bet it does. I do know that I've seen a lot of the stuff on like when they move well, not just the shuttle, but the like rockets and stuff into position now. Is the planning that goes into that's crazy. Motorcycle?
Yeah, Harley, nice one too.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Harley. I should have just said Harley. I thought I had a dream the other night about owning a bike again. Here, driving it to work every day, and it was really nice. But it wasn't a cross track. It was.
I actually had a dream of riding a bike the other day as well, probably like 2 weeks ago, and I wrecked it really bad.
Well, that's you. I was dreaming about driving. Actually, I think what I had was my old 750. The blue one.
Shadow.
The Honda Shadow Aero.
2009.
Looked like a classic, classic style 50s-ish look to it. It was a retro look. It was the blue color that matched my Focus perfectly. Not the one I have now, the one I have then, which was also that was an 09 Focus too. It was a good bike. I missed that bike. It wasn't something I'd ride for the long distances because it was just a little 750, but for driving to work and just having fun, it was a good little bike. Wasn't fast, but it moved. It just wasn't fast. It's a little.
I think I'm getting an R1.
I think that's your destiny to die. If you do that,
If God's calling, God's calling. If God is calling my name, we're gonna go meet him.
Yeah, this weekend, I have to drive you.
Hold on, you cut out, sir.
I said I'm hoping.
You're cutting out bad.
Well, I don't know why. It's my network.
I know it's not. It is, but hold on, I can hear you good. Say that again.
I said I pick you up Friday. I'm hoping to not have to take you home Sunday.
You're not. You're getting this transmission. We're good.
But do you have a tag on that thing?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like if it's not tagged, I wouldn't drive it that far.
And headlights worth more than I paid for it.
The halo.
But then you start looking at the rest of the car, we're a little rusty.
And you can fix that.
Yeah.
Put some navel jelly on it, clean that off, paint it.
Absolutely not, I think.
Sand it down really quick and then clear coat it.
No, I think I know what I want to do with it. Cheap route, but not cheap. Sand it down, yes, but then Harbor Freight bed liner roll on. Whole thing.
No. If you're gonna do bed liner, at least buy the better bed liner.
Why? It's not
Buy
going to
the
last
stuff from
long.
AutoZone.
It's not going to last long. It's going to take 3 gallons, and it's $60 a gallon at Harbor Freight.
Just do the areas that are rusty.
Oh no, we're bed linering the whole thing.
No. Just do the rusty areas. It'll be fine. It'll be
No,
two
and it-
tone then.
why the engine? Yeah, these are reliable engines, but it has a good amount of miles still.
How many miles on it?
250.
Oh Jesus, that engine's doomed to die. With
It
you
sounds
driving
like
it, it's not going to last more than like 3 weeks.
No, it start up every time.
Oh, it might start up, but it won't move. Come on, Harbor Freight.
The Harbor Freight Bedliner, I've had decent. There's decent reviews. Oh, like the music.
I've never seen the Harbor Freight Bedliner. I didn't even know they had it.
Yeah,
I'm just used to buying the stuff at AutoZone. Can't be that much more.
for a gallon.
I don't know. And I prefer the spray on instead of the roll on. And no, that's him this time.
It's
He
me.
does.
You can still hear me. I'm googling something.
He Googling shit. I was about ready to go, get done. Okay, son, get done. Did you see what Cletus is doing for the next 20 days?
No, I haven't watched this video. So $110 per gallon at AutoZone.
Oh, Jesus. Never mind then. Oh, no, they're giving away, they're doing a giveaway again if you buy stuff, a surprise in packages. But this time it's RC cars.
Oh.
They've got the X-Max and the Sledge and one other one, the rock crawler. I don't know what it is.
What's up, Nate?
You don't have a tool that says made in China? I have tons of them, Rich. And I've been union many times. I've been in 3 different.
Yeah, Dad, that's you cutting out. Because I can see Nate's video just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been cutting in and out.
My internet.
Yeah.
I'm frozen up on the screen too.
I think you're back now.
You know what? I'm gonna lose some of my. I'm gonna turn my TV off because it uses some of my internet too. But yeah, the internet's really bad tonight here. I don't know why.
I know. I've never had problems with your live on that.
Ooh, Hypertherm. Those are nice. I've used a few of those.
I like
I
Harbor Freight.
wish all my tools were made in America anymore, which sucks.
I personally love
That was an
Harbor Freight.
American brand. I still have I have a ton of Harbor Freight tools that work great, and they've worked great for 10 years now. I haven't, but and my Milwaukee tools, all my electric Milwaukee tools, look where they're made. It's not in America. I used to do that, Rich. I really did. I tried for years to buy things that were USA made, but it just got too hard and too expensive. It did. It got too hard and too expensive. The problem is Americans got greedy and lazy all at the same time. I'm not saying everybody in America, but look, all these American companies got greedy, and so they shipped everything out to different countries to be made. So it's not made in America anymore.
Do you know what my favorite tag is? When it says assembled in the USA.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's about it. You're not going to find most things that are truly fully made in the USA anymore. Look at most American cars, source parts from 99 different countries.
Yep.
There's
more American-made parts on a Toyota than there is in a Ford.
That's
there
true.
actually is.
And that is true. And it's just really hard. But I still remember the days when Sam was still alive and Walmart was owned by the original owner, and they used to have this big thing. Everything at Walmart was made in America. Everything. People don't realize that. Walmart used to be strictly American only.
Hey, Nissans around me are more American than Fords as well.
Well, yeah, because you're right.
Yeah,
But
across the street from Nissan.
You know where another big Nissan plant is really close? Mexico. Aguascalientes, Mexico. There's Toyota and Nissan right there.
I said near me because I have Nissans made a block away from me every day.
And we get Toyota right up the road in Huntsville.
No, right up. I'm a block away from the plant.
I know where you are, yes. But I'm just saying, like, where my job was going to be, had I gotten the original job, I'd have been like a couple miles from the Toyota plant.
So,
yeah, a lot
real
of the
quick,
medications we make.
now that you're not cutting out, deep well, short sockets, extensions, the extendable 3/8 ratchet, and probably a set of wrenches, like all metric wrenches.
Breaker bar.
That's the extendable ratchet.
Oh, okay. That's what I didn't know what you meant by that. So breaker
You know
bar
the Harbor Freight ratchet that you can extend to be a breaker bar or
is
short.
really long. Doesn't go long enough, but yeah, I do know.
And a thing of wobblies.
Yes, get some wobbles, and like I said, you're probably gonna need a pry bar.
A pry bar, yeah, I need a pry bar.
Just-
And then
just get-
electrical tape as well.
Yeah, I don't know why you need electrical tape.
Because I hate regular wobblies and I have to electrical tape them.
Oh, okay, I guess. So if you get the problem is with the impact wobblies is they're too big. And let them
I'm
out.
I'm all hand. We're doing this whole thing by hand. I don't have my 1/2 inch impact. It's in Washington.
Like I have my impact wobbles, and they're stiff, and they're not like the normal ones.
They're
So you
the
don't
spring
have to tape
ones.
them up, but they're huge. Yeah,
no.
they get the big springs in them.
I'm not worried when I get it to your house. I know I'll have all the tools.
And then some.
Yeah, we just gotta bang for buck, get it out.
So I also have one transmission jack. I don't have two because
What?
Brandon still got one of mine. I need
Oh,
to
well-
remind him tomorrow to bring it back to me.
We only need one.
Oh, you got a Haugen or Hogan? Hogan, that's what they are. The Hogan. The last Hogan I had was was at my last job. We had a Hogan. They're nice.
Sorry, I'm jumping back and forth here trying to. I've been looking at Ford. I've been looking at any hatchback car that might be somewhat reliable, made sometime in this decade with under 100,000 miles.
I was gonna
What's
say
that?
ZX3, but then I realized nope.
He said decade.
I
Decade.
realized.
Preferably this decade. Because I mean, I could go buy a 90s model car with 20,000 miles. I promise you, it's not going to
Most
be able to do
hatchbacks in this decade now are called SUVs, whether they are or not.
Yeah, I know.
Because
Wow.
I just had an SUV parked next to my car that was the same size as my car, my Focus.
We were
It was
we were
about
driving.
this much taller. It was this much taller, and that's only because its ride height was higher than mine. That's it.
Is that the same car that we passed when you were dropping me off?
No, this was a Venture. What is that? The Hyundai or Kia Venture or whatever.
Yeah.
They're the same company.
And they're called SUVs, and they do that all for the whole carb thing or the care or carp or whatever it is.
Oh, you
So-
can't see it. I was like, this is an SUV where I can lay my seats down and lay
Yes.
down in the back.
Even the Edge is an SUV.
Yep.
The Edge is an SUV. The Escape is even an SUV.
Not
It's a small one.
It's
Huh?
a very small one.
The Venture is half the size of the Escape.
Yes. Yes.
It's
It
the
is.
same size as my Focus.
Would you
The-
count an Xterra as an SUV?
Yes.
Ooh, a Rotabroach. Oh, you have the Rotabroaches.
Because
Those are
I'm in
nice.
an Xterra right now, and I count it as an SUV.
I
like it.
count that as an SUV 100%.
Yeah, that's an SUV.
That's more SUV than the Escape, as far as I'm concerned. Today's
Well, to the Escape, yes. The Edge is definitely an SUV.
yes.
It's
I
a-
honestly,
it's
when
a-
I hear SUV though, I'm still think rear wheel drive. I still think rear wheel
No,
drive.
I still think all-wheel drive. And
Oh, this-
and the Ventures are now all-wheel drive, but when they first came out, they were not. They were front-wheel drive.
Well, the
And now they're-
the Xterra came 4-wheel drive, but I got the poverty model.
You get the poverty model. You know, I found out that you can buy a new Ranger, for less than $30,000, as long as you go for the 2-wheel drive base model.
Well,
They're
shit,
they're like $28,000.
I want a
But
Maverick.
I'm like, who would want it?
I do.
A Maverick?
I
I'm
want
getting
a
to the
Maverick.
point of where I would buy a Maverick for the job I got to do.
Bro,
That would be
for-
something I would definitely do an all-wheel drive though.
I don't know
even
if I'd
even
go
the front wheel
Maverick.
drives.
If I'm
If
gonna go that size, I'm thinking Colorado. I really am.
Well, no, because you don't look at the Maverick like a truck, and you can't. If you look at it like an SUV with a bed, it's front wheel drive. They get 40 to 50 miles to the gallon. If you buy their base model, and the MSRP is 20, it went up. It used to be 19 grand. I think it's 21 grand though for their poverty model.
I
Yeah.
think it's 33. I was building them a couple weeks ago.
Okay, I'm saying
you were putting
base-
nice stuff in it.
base
though.
model.
Base model, no add-ons.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking. Well, the start out as a base. Let me look here because
And I
They
like-
probably have
these
gone
things
up.
are that expensive.
I like the look.
But is the Colorado that much more expensive now? Because it's what I consider as a bedded SUV too.
So no, Colorado is the same with the Ranger.
It's the same
The-
as Ranger.
The Maverick
Is it?
is totally different.
Yep.
Is the Maverick slightly bigger, right?
No,
Smaller.
it's smaller.
It's
Smaller?
an
It's
SUV.
not the Escape chassis. It's an
It-
Escape with a bed.
Oh,
That's why I
That's the
said
one
look at
from the
it like
Escape chassis.
an SUV with a bed.
23.4. That's the base
20.
start.
There you go. There,
On a
there's
Maverick?
the-
Yeah, for a Maverick. Yeah, that isn't bad. But as soon as you add anything to it, like the all-wheel drive adds something. The 2.5
Like $4,000.
$6,000.
2,200 for all-wheel drive.
That's
'Cause-
funny because
and
when
that
I bought
upgrades
my
the engine.
Mustang, when I bought
hold
my
on.
Mustang, my GT, Mustang GT, not even a base model. It's not a performance package. It's the premium. A GT premium has all the nice stuff in it. It was $26,000, and I thought that was expensive.
That wasn't brand new though.
Let's see.
It had 7,000 miles on it. It was
Okay.
basically brand new.
We're talking MSRP, but the Maverick when it came out, it was 19,000 and like 800 MSRP.
So that was less than my Focus ST was. That was also $26,000,
Okay, but I'm 19,000 MSRP when it first came out.
and I'm talking 2014.
Yeah,
That's why I
this
fell
is-
in love with them.
So, I mean, I just got a marketplace because I feel like they're one of those
Swear,
vehicles that are overpriced compared to just buying them new.
They are.
And that, yes,
But
that would be correct.
You
Do you know
bought a
I
new
seen the
GT
other
in
day?
84 for 10,000. Yeah, no shit. And I thought
You know what?
that
I realized the car
84.
the
I
car
was
market's
13 in
crashing.
84. What's that?
I think the car market's crashing because I seen a dealer selling a base model C8 for MSRP. They were selling it for MSRP, and I have not seen a C8 go for MSRP yet.
What
The
what
Ford-
is MSRP on them now? It's not 60 grand anymore.
It was like 68,000.
You'll get a kick out of this.
And that's base model. That's without the Z51 or whatever it is.
Yeah, but still, everyone wanted when they first came out. It was like damn near $100,000 over MSRP for even the base.
I couldn't do it. Rich, the 84,000 to me seems just outrageous, and I understand that. I love them. They're great cars, and I would love to have a GT350R. That is like one of my dream cars.
Overpriced.
But I keep forgetting how much my truck cost me because of the way I paid for it. Because
I'm jealous that he bought an 84 GT for 10 grand.
Yeah, an 84 GT. Well, an 84, I was 13, so 10 grand to me was like $1 million. I was
In
13.
84, I was still in your balls and you hadn't even hit puberty.
You weren't even in my balls yet. Damn it.
So this truck here, the Raptor R, it's the first one I've seen for sale anywhere.
Beautiful.
How much you think they want for it?
Is it used?
The
How many
Raptor R?
miles? How many
Yeah,
miles?
it's a Raptor R. I actually think it might be. It's new. I think they're classifying it as new. It's got 300 miles on it. So I would call. Yeah, it says brand new Raptor R. That's their only thing in their description.
Okay, I would say probably 120.
I'm going to go 100 and
And he's
Say your,
not.
say your number again.
142.
Yeah, they started it at 173. They marked it down to
Yep.
163 this week.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because it's
Like,
not
who's
selling.
going to pay
People
this
aren't-
for a pickup truck? No
People
one.
don't have the money to spend like that anymore. Do they not
If they
realize
do,
we're
they
in a
have
recession?
businesses.
Hold on, a
I'll use
pickup
this
truck
right
that you're not going to use as a pickup truck.
Yeah, I know. That's ridiculous.
That's what millionaires buy their wives.
Yeah. That's what people like Cletus buy because he can.
Exactly. That's the only reason why it exists.
Hey,
And, you know,
Cletus,
that's why there'll be like 3,000 of them made or 4.
I will say Cletus treats his Raptor R like a Raptor R should be treated at least. Like he doesn't baby it.
in the latest video, he almost hits it with his X Max.
I don't
He
know.
he almost hits it with the X Max in the opening, and it's pretty funny. And that's
Yeah.
when they go into the whole they're giving away, for the next 20 days, one in every order.
Real
one-
quick, when he almost hits it with the X Max, is it a Shopify ad? Because he goes belligerent with those.
No, it wasn't a Shopify ad. It was just the opening for when he's going. Yeah, we're giving away for the next 20 days.
Okay.
You really got me rethinking this Maverick idea here.
No, I love Mavericks personally. I think they're good for if you don't look at it like a truck. If you don't look at it like you're trying to buy a truck to tow,
No,
it's
no.
good.
So I do field service on ultrasound equipment. So I have tools I take with me. I have a
Ultrasound equipment or ultrasonic?
ultrasound in hospitals.
Oh, okay.
So like I'm hauling around parts like control panels and computers, and then
You need an SUV then, so that it's not a bed. You need an enclosed area.
Well, I actually would just put a tonneau cover on it. Most of the guys I worked
Okay.
with started all had F-150s with tonneau covers, but they had the crew cabs where they could flip the seats up if it rained. The things that were important could go in the back.
And you can
Right.
also put a canopy on them.
Can you put a cap on them?
Yeah,
they
they,
make
they,
caps
they
for
sell
Maverick.
caps.
Oh,
There's-
you really got
They
me.
do make caps for the Maverick. I've seen them, and they actually
And-
look way better with the cap
I
on.
think I
They
would probably
they
put
do
a cap
look
on.
good.
If
They
if
do
it's
look
a- if
super
it's a
good. Paint
if
matched.
it's paint matched, they look great because they look like an SUV.
It's because you have to look at that thing like an SUV with a bed.
I actually have seen them lowered.
I'll
And
be
they
right back.
actually don't look bad with the right wheels.
Okay. Yeah, no, I love the Maverick. You just can't look at it as it like a truck. Like everyone's like, that's not a real truck. Don't look like the Honda Ridgeline.
OEM Ford Parts Outlet. 2023 bed cap.
Honda Ridgelines. Great, reliable, ugly as sin.
I would buy an Element if I was buying a Honda.
Oh, I used to have an
I
Element.
don't know why they just appeal to me, but I don't know. Do they still even make them?
No, but I had an Element that somebody gave me for free. And I am not a Honda person, but my Element had a K24 all-wheel drive, 5-speed manual. That thing ate snow like nothing. You could drive through 3 feet of snow and it would just keep going. And you could be a FD drifter in that thing, and it would be just fine. Even if you barely knew how to drift, it'd save you.
I would, Victor, do one of those vans, but the problem is trying to find one used for a reasonable price. You can buy a Maverick cheaper than the
Yeah.
van, and anyone used has 100 to 200,000. They're asking new prices still for them because I did look into it, like a Transit Connect. Like I actually don't mind them either.
I hate them.
I don't mind them.
own-
My buddy's brother had one. He got one for like nothing, and
I-
it was in good shape. And he put like wheels and tires off a quad on it. So we called it off-road toaster because that's literally what it looked like. It was silver. It was hilarious, but it was
I had-
really cool to see.
I had a 2016 Transit Connect, and I bought rims and tires off my dad, actually. The Focus ST rims.
Yep.
Those
I don't have those. I wish I still had those.
I offered you them back.
I know. Well, you offered them back after I'd moved.
Yeah, but the Transit Connect, I bought it for my company for 10 grand, even though it was worth probably 18. And then the day after I got fired, the transmission went out.
So why is this so much? See this Maverick right here, 100 miles on or 1,000 miles on it. They want $30,000, and it's a base on a lot.
Can't you buy a base one for less than that?
Yes.
New, brand new, yes.
Then I just order a base one for less than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Until
saying.
I-
I'd have to order a new one if I was going
And
to.
tell them they're idiots.
Hold on. If you order a new one, though, bro, Ford right now is taking 9 months to put a new thing out.
That's
That's
what my
true.
problem might be. I don't know
But
how long it's going to take. To
Are
get.
there any incentives for new cars right now on like the Maverick? Like on the Edge right now, they're doing the I think 2.9 for a 60-month, 1.9 for a 48-month interest rate.
Well, no, because
but
the
that's on
Maverick is
Edge.
the Maverick's a bigger hit than Ford thought it was going to be. So
Yeah.
they're actually opening another plant to build Mavericks and Rangers.
Problem is they're about to go on strike if although Ford offered them a great, like Gary was saying, Ford
Hold
offered
on.
them a great deal.
You're talking the American Car Union that they're all going to go on strike because they want at least 6% raise in the next year.
Yeah, Ford offered them more than that. Why they, I think the people working for Ford should take the deal, but if the union holds out on that, Ford's going to retract it, and they gave them a more than fair deal, like way more than fair. Like I would love to have that kind of raise.
Oh, I was reading something that's if they do this, it's going to cost the U.S. auto industry over $80 billion a year.
And how much does the U.S. auto industry make a year?
It's
Yeah,
okay.
but
They'll just raise the prices and
that's exactly. They're just going to raise the price of their car to make up for it.
They've already raised the prices when it wasn't costing them any more to make the stuff. They do that all the time anyway. Look at what a base model Mustang GT costs right now, a brand new one, $56,000 for the basest model you can buy.
You're really?
Yes, really, for a GT, not an EcoBoost.
I did just see an S650 in person today for the first time.
I haven't.
Oh, I seen one. Man, I love it.
Really?
I
so there's one for sale in Huntsville that's got like 300 miles on it used. It's for sale used because the person bought it, didn't like it.
I've been inside or drove it, but the look wise with what they did to the rear end with the taillights and the front end with the headlights, it looks more mean to me.
Say hi, Blue.
The taillights and the headlights are more they're thinner and more like sleek looking to me.
Like a Camaro, yeah.
So there's a new 2024. I think I showed it yesterday. It was a goofy. It was the Grabber blue with the matte black and red center stripes on it.
I like the Atlas blue better.
It's a premium fastback. They want 53,000.
This dog's crazy. She's biting me. She's biting me. Yeah, UPS did pretty good too. And all new vehicles will have air conditioning. Now they're just not going to buy new vehicles forever.
How good's the new Bronco? Not the full size, the Sport.
The fuck the Sport.
The rebadged Edge.
Yeah, all that is a rebadged Edge. You don't want it. The Bronco 2 was a better vehicle.
Oh wow, I like Bronco 2s. I thought they were.
So do I. But that's a way better vehicle.
I grew up hating the Bronco 2, and then I owned so many Ford Rangers, and I went, it's just a Ranger with a cab.
I hated Rangers. I hated regular Broncos, but I love Broncos too. Bronco 2s.
Oh, Bronco 2s, they're so good for off-roading if you want to rock crawl.
No, you just came in. You're not going back out.
What is this?
That's my dog. No.
Bro, holy
shit.
Your
little shitty Shelby. Oh my God, Rich, your Shelby is one of my dream cars. So
do you know how bad of a lighter thief I am, Dad?
Version. Let's see. He has the car I want. Oh,
I'm such a bad lighter thief that I ended up today with 0 lighters, and now I have 3, and I didn't buy a lighter.
Oh. I bought some Woodford Reserve today and realized that the rye is not what we were drinking at the bar. We were drinking the just the regular.
She told you it was the regular.
I didn't pay attention.
With the cherry note? She told you it's the regular.
Yeah, but I was at the store today and they have the rye, the regular, they have the wheat, and then they have the double oak.
Double oak, yeah.
If I could have bought all of them, I would have, but the double oak's expensive. It's so good though. And I didn't buy the other one that there's the wheat. I didn't buy the wheat. I want to try it because I've never tried that one.
So good. I'll be over this weekend. You'll be out. I got you.
No, I'm gonna lock all that shit up.
Calm down, like I ever take your alcohol anymore.
You don't take it, but you drink it with me, which makes it go twice as fast.
Yeah, but it's not the same when I was a teenager where you had to put locks in the cabinet.
I know.
All right.
You do have to be desperate or crazy to buy some of these new cars today, and anyone that has markup on it's just ridiculous. And prices are coming down, and even in the used car market too, I've noticed, but very, very slowly.
My
What
buddy,
do you
well, he
want?
just got that 450. That's the one that he had the 21, the same as yours, and he went out and got 23 when he put it in the order banks. He didn't cancel his. He got it. I don't remember what the MSRP was, but his interest rate 8.1%.
Oh my God!
You've lost
Hold
your
on.
mind. You've lost
Tell me which version, which 450 is it? Do you know what is it? A XL, XLT,
I think it's a Lariat.
a Lariat? So it's a Lariat. So that's
Is
third.
8.4% bad?
Oh yeah.
You guys are tripping then, because I've gotten the 3 cars that I bought in brand new. It was my first one was 21% interest. My second one was 23, and then my third one was 28.
Because you have bad credit.
Were you
No, my
using your
credit's
credit
good.
card to buy these?
No, my credit's good when I
Your
bought it.
credit is not good if that's the
That
price.
cannot be good.
No.
My interest rate on this car when I bought it last June was 4.1, which was
And I
unheard of
think
at the time.
4.1 is crazy.
Well,
That's
when
why
my
if
last
they don't-
I think it
car
is.
that I bought at the 28%, my credit was at like 720.
Yeah, because you had okay. Just because your credit score is that, your car buying credit score is different. It's a different.
He's gone.
And he's gone.
You know which one they're looking at.
He's back. Yeah, I don't know, but it was fine. It was whatever.
Oh my God, my internet is that bad.
Yes.
So
Would
what
you stop? I wonder if it's the tablet. Because I've never had this problem this bad on the laptop.
But you've never had the problem last week and when you were on Brailsford's live yesterday.
But I wasn't running the stream.
Oh, last week you
Well,
were.
I would say you're not running the stream either. You're just in it because when you go gone, I can still hear Nate just fine.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, but I did. I guess you're right. StreamYard's running the stream, not me.
Yeah, it's
And I
not you.
don't even have YouTube on. I don't have YouTube on in the background. I got
When
nothing running.
when you cut that YouTube off, it has been happening less and less for your cutting out.
Oh, you mean when I turn my TV off?
Yeah, that's YouTube.
Is your problem? You just came in, dog.
Let's see.
Get
All right, so I just built. Does it have a vinyl? Does the base have a vinyl floor or does it have a carpeted floor?
Yeah, what's up, Extreme Trout?
Interior pictures.
Let me make it sound. New Trailblazer. Oh, that's Chevy. And if they're only making $1,000 on it, that's their problem, not his. And when they start doing that sob story bullshit,
Yep.
that's just their way of trying to charge you more money. Tell them fuck off. You tell them just walk away. I don't play those games because what they're not telling you about is the rebates they get after the fact from the dealers or from the manufacturers. They get huge rebates that they don't have to put anywhere out there. They don't have to tell you about them. They don't have to put them in any of the MSRP stuff. But depending on how much they sell, they get massive rebates from the manufacturer.
That's why when Chevy was like, we're gonna put out this new Corvette, and if you buy it and instantly try to resell it within a year, you're gonna lose all your warranty and stuff. And I honestly was like, that's kind of good. I enjoy people doing that because that's what's making the car market go up.
Yeah, well. So and see, the thing is, Rich, they have an invoice that they'll show you, but it's not their final invoice. They will never show you their final invoice for that car. They won't. It's because it's a guarded secret. It's not so secret anymore because people like me know about it because I've worked for car dealerships before. They get rebates, and there's another invoice they get that they will never show the public that shows how much that car cost them after their rebate from the factory.
So I just built a Maverick.
Yeah,
The only options I put on it was all-wheel drive.
That's $4,000.
2,200.
Oh, that's
Okay,
not that bad.
for $2,200, I'm going all-wheel drive as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I put a roll-up tonneau cover on it
Ooh,
because
that's
I have found Ford's tonneau covers to be.
What
pretty
is that? What does that cost you? $1,200 is my guess.
That's exactly what it is. 1,200.
so that's what it would be aftermarket too.
Yeah.
Because mine is the same. What I paid for mine on my roll up that I paid aftermarket is the same price that it cost from the factory.
Yep.
But if you order that from the factory, it delays the order by like months.
All right.
That's what I found that out because
Is the tonneau cover paint matched?
No.
It's a black cover, but
Black.
it's got black plastic, so it doesn't really matter. But
Okay,
it's
that's
hard.
fine.
It's a hard. What was it here? Tonneau cover, hard roll up. So it's a hard roll up cover.
Those are good with the lock. So, and then what else did you add?
And then the only other thing I added was I smoke, so I put the window deflectors, window air deflectors on the side, which are $150. You're gonna pay that by any aftermarket one. It's mostly hard.
Are those just rain guards?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing
worth it.
more.
I love rain guards.
And
They're worth $150.
I like the bug deflectors on the front, so that's $140. Whenever
Worth
it's
it.
all said and done, that's it. And if I go up here and put in the
30
financing,
grand.
the final price is $28,880.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good for a brand new all-wheel drive.
Well, that's less than you're going to pay for an all-wheel drive Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, an all-wheel drive base Edge runs over 30 grand to start.
Did you? How much is the bed caps for them aftermarket? Like that actual canopy? Over 12 for
Extreme
sure.
Trout.
Let me look here. From Ford OEM parts, it's $3,000.
Okay,
Hey,
no, that seems about fair because a tonneau your tonneau cover is half that, almost a little less, but
Here's
Yeah.
a Lear cap. What do they charge? Because
Lear?
Lear's going to be, officially licensed product. So it's probably a Lear cap you get from the dealer.
If it's not a Lear, it's what, the ARC or whatever it is.
ARE is the other
ARE.
one.
yeah, and those are both
They're comparable.
reputable
They
brands.
really are. I like
Wow.
Lear. I like Lear a lot more. That's my favorite because I like the locks they put on the back better.
Let's see.
Oh, I had a Lear on my Ranger. I put a Lear canopy on it that I got for $10.
Yeah, you put an old Lear. The new ones are even so much nicer.
Yeah, but mine was great for
Well,
$10.
you remember I had the ARE on my Silverado. It was an ARE.
Okay, well, I put a paint matching Lear on the bed of my Ranger for $10. I wasn't passing it up.
Okay, mine cost me $75, but it was a much bigger truck.
And how long ago was that?
When did I have my Silverado? Wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
that looks way better. Ford
3-4 years?
Weird.
It looks way better with the topper on them. It really does.
No, the ones I've been looking at, they aren't the low pros. It's this giant hump. Looks like something's growing on the back of it. And I've been like, what are you talking about? Lear makes the low pro
Makes
that
the one
makes
that's
it look like
even.
an SUV.
So it doesn't do this. Doesn't do the hump up. It just
Yeah.
looks flat.
Yeah, I'll
right?
show you this hump up. It looks weird. And the Ford one's that way too.
Yeah, so I like I've seen them with the flat ones on them, so I'm guessing they're the Lears because they look good like that.
Well, Lear makes two different versions. They
make-
introduced the low pro and then the regular one.
Well, I've seen the Low Pro.
Extreme
And that's
Scene
the one that I seen in a picture right now that makes it look like an SUV.
Extreme saying the Toyota Forerunners aren't great, but the older Forerunners are one of my favorite SUVs. But they're
Oh, I
so
like the old
ridiculous.
Ford. I do
They're
like the
just
old
so
Ford.
overpriced.
What are you considering old? That's the question.
2008.
9? Yeah, see, that's the thing is those all the way up to just recent, they didn't change nothing with the interiors. That's my problem with Toyota. Toyota never invested jack in their interiors. They just
Yeah,
let
but they
the same
run
stuff-
forever. Yeah,
I get that.
if you take care of them, they run.
Hold
pretty
on.
well.
If you get a 97 Forerunner, yes, they're still a little overpriced because you're not picking one up for less than $5 to $6 grand. But I'm gonna
I
go
think
off
those are
roading
more
with it.
reliable than the newer
Yeah,
one.
yeah, they are for sure. But I'm going off roading and denting it up.
Yeah. It ain't gonna
Yeah.
make it very far then.
And you're talking, they didn't change shit. When I was looking up transmissions for this 2006 Xterra, I was
Huh.
Googling the years that it would fit.
Lot.
2005 to 2015.
And I'm with Rich. I try to be brand loyal, but it's very hard to do whatever you're looking at, like the F-150. The only thing that's worth having is a 5.0 to me. I wouldn't buy or V6, not the EcoBoost, just a standard V6, which isn't common to find anymore.
Is it 3.8?
Yeah, it's a 3.3 now.
Well, no,
Unpopular
the
opinion.
last good V6 they made, I'm sorry, was the 3.7. for non EcoBoost was the 3.7.
Let me look here.
Unpopular
like doing
opinion.
the Mustang.
Yeah, I know I did. It was decent, but the unpopular opinion, everyone talks shit about them. The 5.4 V8 Triton, I actually love.
There was good ones and there was bad ones.
There were good ones and bad ones. Yeah, I was gonna say I like
Yeah.
My
it.
buddy had a 2-valve, like the 97, so it had been the first year, had 340,000 miles. That thing outrun most anything around.
My buddy had the a 2005, so the newer one, and it just growing up, that was our it was his dad's truck. It was the call him if you need flat towed home, and my buddy beat the crap out of this engine, and it blew up at 250,000 miles because we would drift it everywhere.
Who was
And
that?
Jake.
I was gonna say it had to be Jake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Had to
And
be
I remember one time when my 1978 F100 Ranger
God,
died.
I love that thing.
It died. And I was like, bro, I blew a hole through my rod, and he flat towed me home, and he's going down a main road at like 80. And I'm freaking out. My brother Zach, and I'm like, bro, we're gonna hit him because we're flat towing. I'm like, bro, I have manual brakes, like full manual up front, manual in the rear. We're gonna hit him. No,
So go ahead.
he pulled up this hill knowing damn well I couldn't stop, so I'd be able to stop. But I was just like, you're wilding.
Yeah, Jake's crazy when
So
it comes
the
to driving.
smallest motor you can get in the F-150 is the 3.3 V6. That is the factory stock motor on Ford's website optioned. The 2.7's an option at $1,200. The 5.0's $2,600. And the EcoBoost isn't even on. The 3.5 isn't even on here anymore. Oh, that's because I'm in the XL. That's why.
You can't get that in the XL. You have to go
XL,
up to at least the XLT, right?
Yeah, which is probably where the 3.3 may disappear.
Where
I knew
the
they had
3.3
it, but
goes
I don't
away
understand.
and the 3.5 becomes the standard.
Yes.
And I don't buy anything below limited or not limited Lariat now.
You guys make me feel poverty level. I'm over here like, bro, $200, I'm buying it. I'll put a transmission in it. I don't care
I
what
bought a
it runs
base
like.
model Mustang that's 10 years old that I paid retail for. So I'm not one to talk a whole lot over here.
Which one are you talking about?
My yellow one.
That's not a base model.
It is. They strip it down.
I mean, it's a boss. It's not a base model. It's a boss.
Well, yes, but they did strip it. It is one of the few. Like normally, you
I
get
don't
some
care.
feature
It's a
comforts.
boss. I would
You get all
love
the
to have
motor.
that.
That's for sure.
You know what? I would love to have a boss. I can change out things in the interior if I want. You know, my Focus came with Think 2, which was a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Think 2 anymore. And eventually, here in the next couple months, hopefully, it won't even have a stupid analog dash in it anymore. I'll have the full digital to match
That's
my
cool if they started
Mustang, which
doing that with these ones. That would be really nice.
digital.
Yeah.
So well, I bought a Kickstarter digital dash that's not made yet. They're working on it, and
Yeah.
they've made really good strides, and they're almost done with it. And they're trying to get everything buttoned down now to where they can start selling more of them once they figure out the price. But I know the price is going to be like twice what I paid for it.
Probably.
For the new one, you know, the after Kickstarter. But I should have mine before the end of the year, I hope.
It'd be worth it. Yeah, this is the.
But this is for the Focus ST, or you know, any Focus from any Mark III Focus. It'll work in, and it's going to be a plug and play. The only thing we have to do is there's a couple of spots on the dash after we pull the old one out. We have to cut a little bit of the plastic out to make it fit. No big deal to me. I had to cut a huge chunk out to fit the digital dash in a pre-2018 Mustang.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to open this up in Safari so I can pull it up on my phone.
Safari.
Dad, did I tell you about the new car that I got approved for that I kind of want?
What?
You guys won't like it because it's not Ford.
I don't care.
I'm brand loyal, but I don't hate other cars.
I'm brand loyal, but I love cars.
I'm trying to avoid owning them.
2015 Chrysler 300.
You
I
told
don't
us about
like
that.
the 300s though.
Oh, I want one so bad. I might go get it.
I don't like, and it's probably because of all the 200s I drove, and they were fucking crap.
Bro, 200s are the poverty level. You couldn't afford the extra 100.
Yeah, I could have.
No, I'm just saying if you bought a
These
200,
were
but I
rental
like the
cars.
300 so much,
I don't.
and I want to own another Hemi because they're getting
If I owned a
discontinued next
300,
year.
it would have to be the one like I've seen at the drag strip where it's been totally modified and it's got a supercharger on it or a turbo, and it sounds so good.
See, no, I can't afford that. Not even the parts. I couldn't afford the tickets I'd get in that.
Fords are a pain to work on. Have you worked on a new Chevy lately? Oh my
No.
fucking god!
There isn't an
There's-
easy vehicle to work
There
on.
is not an easy car to work on anymore. Any of them. None. In my opinion, of the cars I've
BMW.
worked on recently.
As long as
and
you got
most of them have
a
been
$5,000 computer to plug in, you're all good.
BMWs,
Otherwise,
BMW super easy to work on. The newer ones.
Oh, you could kiss my ass.
This
Yeah,
is the
try
weird
finding
cap I
parts.
was seeing.
Okay, the bubble cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah. Now
Need the
this,
other one.
let me pull up the other one I have up
The
here.
other one's probably the one I've actually seen in person.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one. I've only seen the ones I've seen are like even and flat with the top of the cab. Because that's the only way it should be. I mean, yes, the extra height's nice for work, putting stuff in and out, but it looks like crap.
This is what I see me driving.
No,
That's-
that is what
That's
I
a
see.
low pro that Lear's coming out with, and they're pre-ordered right now.
Do you know
they-
what that kind
they
of
don't-
reminds me of?
Who has that out then already? Then because somebody's got one out that's that style.
That reminds me of an Expedition, like a kind of a 2005 Expedition look.
But smaller, like
Yeah.
like quarter size, right?
This is from back in 12 of 22. So this is probably
Okay.
already done. So Ford Lear cap, SEMA 2022.
Okay, that's
Or
probably
that's
where I saw them was the SEMA stuff.
Yep.
That was
I
good,
would
though.
definitely- that would be what I would make the Maverick look like. I don't care how
Yes.
base it is. It
I
doesn't
think the
matter.
Maverick looks good with that cab on it.
Yes.
with that
I'm glad
cap
we had
on
this
the-
discussion,
on the
that's for
back.
sure.
I think they look good without it.
I think they do too, but I think that cap really makes it. That is
The
for
cap
sure.
makes
Oh
it
yeah,
nice.
I
It
agree with
gives
the
you a lot
value on
more-
that.
Gives you a lot more lockable storage space.
And that's the thing is it makes it look good, but it gives me space to put stuff but
Yep.
it's not overly sized to where I'm crawling in the bed in my decent clothes, because the bed's small enough.
You don't have to wear like suit and tie, do you?
I wear dress pants, dress shoes, and a
Okay.
polo.
When I worked on the in the oncology departments, I had to wear a suit and tie. But if I were working on machinery, I was able to take my tie off. And if it got
Wow.
too much hard work, I was able to take my jacket off because I had to wear a full sport coat, tie,
The
dress
industry's
shirt.
changed, that's for sure.
The Maverick's
that-
small.
What's that?
The Maverick's small enough that you don't even have to crawl into it. You can just reach everything.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. And if
Yep.
you get one with a side opening window, hey, bam, those things are
Like,
awesome.
I've opened a Ford Maverick and I'm able to touch the back.
And that's the thing is
Good
it's all
call.
going to be highway miles, so I doubt I have any issues with it because it's got to be get in it, drive it, it shifts into high gear, and it's like that for 2 hours.
Yeah. I
Now,
turned
do
my
you
camera
get
off.
paid?
Maybe
Do you
that'll
get paid like mileage for your work and stuff because you're using a personal vehicle?
No. So right now we have company vehicles, but they're going away. They're doing away with them.
help. Then
If
they'll
they
be having
do
to pay you
away, then
mileage.
you're going to get paid for your mileage. You have to.
We're going to get paid a stipend
Stipend?
each month.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
You're gonna get paid to pay for the vehicle, and if it's low enough cost, it'll pay for it.
it will, but I always look at the depreciation of the miles I put on a year.
Right.
And
right.
then having to get another one now. So they're looking to give us when it's all said and done, because there's a few guys right now it's optional. So I could get a Maverick tomorrow and start using it, but I can't go back. So
Yeah.
they're going to give us the guy that is doing it has a brand new Tundra, and that's just the way he does things. He buys things brand new, and he writes it off as they're helping me pay for what I was going to buy anyways.
I love
look at it
Tundras.
that way.
They're nice.
They give him, when he's said and done, it's $750 a month in your bank account after taxes. Then
Well.
I am currently paying $150 personal use on the company car, so I would get that back. So when you tax it, say there's $100 left, I end up with probably $850 back in my pocket.
Okay, so you just need less than $850 a month to own,
Exactly, but I'm looking at it as
not to buy, but to own.
Yes. Now I look at it as okay. I don't know how long I'm staying in this industry because I don't like it. So now I'm looking at it as I want out in the next 2 years. What can I get and get rid of the payment in that amount of time? Or not hate the payment if I got to start making it myself and still pay for the Mustang as well and probably take a pay cut.
How old are you now, Nate?
32.
Oh, you're young still. Jeez.
He's not young.
He's young. See, two differing views here. He's a baby, much like you are, Jacob. He's 7 years older than you. That's it.
You know, I like crappy cars.
God, when I was 32, I wish I was where you're at now.
I like crappy cars. I enjoy the feeling if you don't know if you're going to make it or not.
I don't like that. I just got rid of one of those vehicles. I'm all done.
Which one was that?
That was my F-150 at my 94 that I had.
Oh,
It
I
was
loved my
reliable
95.
just right up until release
I
recent.
never should have gotten rid of my 95.
Everybody was trying to get me to drive that for work. They're like, drive that, save it. I'm like, the first
No.
week I drive, it'll be broke. I already know.
Yeah. I would not drive my F-150.
Calling
to
your
work.
boss like, hey, I'm going to have to take the rest of the day off. I'm waiting for the tow truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work too long.
Hey, later, Victor. I'll see you on Friday, man. So yeah, it's. I loved my 95. I had a 95 extended cab, long bed, 2-wheel drive with the V8, 302. And once we fixed that, just little problems. I paid like $500 for this thing. And when we got it home, I figured out it was missing a freeze plug, and Jacob put that in for me because he could get under there no problem. That's also the truck that killed my small jack. Remember? It crushed my jack.
It crushed my taillight.
Yeah. You hit my damn truck. Yeah. So my truck, it also had the camper bars on it, or if you put a camper on it, that the camper would attach to on the sides. He hit that with his car.
And surprisingly,
bent it.
that taillight
Broke it.
cost a quarter of the price I paid for that car.
You know what? You hit my damn truck, motherfucker. You deserve it.
It was an
Learn to
E30.
back
I ruined it. I hit an E30's taillight into that
awesome truck that I never should have gotten rid of. So it wouldn't do more than 70 miles an hour. That was its top speed. It didn't care. That's as fast as it was ever going to go. But it had plenty of power. And it ran great.
Assuming.
Huh?
You had low gears, didn't you?
Yes.
It had over 200,000 miles on it.
No, it was still low gear. That engine still made power.
That engine still pushed out power. And once I cleaned out the intake and changed out the idle control valve, that was its issue. It had trouble idling. I changed out the valve and sprayed some carb cleaner into the intake because the intake was just carb coated. And I ran that and did that, and it started running great. And I had that truck for what, a year and a half, sold it for twice what I paid for it.
Yeah, you bought the Silverado.
I
needed something. I needed something I could rely on to tow a trailer with my car on it.
Do you know what just got used finally a week ago? Do you remember those mirrors you gave me?
Which ones? From the
off the Silverado.
Oh, the original mirrors, yeah.
When you upgrade them to their
I put the tow mirrors on it.
Yep. And you gave me the old ones to put on Papa's truck.
Yeah.
Well, Papa was going through a hard time because his wife just died recently and hit his mirror against a pole the other day, his other mirror. And he finally put those mirrors on literally a week ago.
Well, I'm so glad they came in for him.
He's had them since you gave them to me.
Yeah, those were free. I bought a. What I bought it for.
You cut out is what happened.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that. I turned my camera off to hopefully help it, but it didn't seem to.
I don't get it. It
I've been
almost
going
acts
for
like
almost
it
3
can
hours now.
process what you're doing. I don't know. I don't know why. Some streaming things seems like it can't process some days.
For me, it's my internet. It's the crappy internet I have. If we ever get the Wi-Fi or the fiber in here, it'll be better.
I need to upgrade my mesh Wi-Fi system because
My
I've got
mesh Wi-Fi
sneaky
is
more-
awesome. I mean, I could upgrade it to a newer version, but it's a Deco system and it works great.
I got one of them Euros
Heroes.
on, but I got the older version where it was capable of up to 500 gigs.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have that much at the time. Well, now we've got 7. We're capable of 7 with a base package or 6.
No, yours is probably still fine. For
Yeah,
what you're
running
running.
problems for the most
So
part.
I have the Deco system and it's only good. It's old Deco, so it's the smaller ones. It's like 5G and 2.5. It's not doesn't have the new stuff. What's up, Brelsford? I wouldn't mind getting the new Decos, but God, they're expensive. And I got these used on like Woot, and it was a 3-pack, and I got it for like $100. And none of them are wired except for the main one. It sits right next to my old Wi-Fi, which is the AT&T Wi-Fi, which I turned off.
Yep.
Plugged it into that. And then I've got one in my office and one upstairs in the garage. And that's a bunch of cars.
It is. I had to mute my mic though because I was walking through generators.
Electrocuting your shoulder. Well, I set up today. I'm hoping to hear tomorrow to set up my MRI because I'm going to a doctor in Huntsville for my back finally. And before I can get an appointment with them, I have to get a new MRI done because my last one's like 2 years old now. So I get to go get in a tube where I'm so shrunk up that I can't see.
Lose some weight.
Tim's machine. I have one of those. I hate them.
Yeah, I hate that all 8 of these semi trailers here are all filled with nothing but Nissan Rogues.
I saw that. It's
I
sad.
had 2 of them.
There's 8, and they're all filled with just Nissan Rogues.
Are the
They're
roads that?
not a very good vehicle as far as I'm concerned.
I know.
Yeah, he's right next to a Nissan plant.
No, I'm in Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, which is right next to a Nissan plant.
Yeah, right. That's Nissan right there.
One
Yeah.
SUV I did find that was extremely cheap. There's 2. The Honda CRV, you can buy them used with like 30,000 miles for like 18 grand all day long.
And
I
they're
don't know
not bad. They're not horrible.
They're
You guys
okay. I just have a
Way
hard-
more budget than me. I'm like $800. We're down.
Well, I got to drive 50,000 miles a year, so I can't be
Yeah.
buying $800 cars. We'll be replacing those
can't.
every 3 weeks.
I got a free car and I put 100 and some thousand miles on it and it never died on me.
That's the E350 van. Those things were beast.
Yes.
It still is. Hey, he told me if I come back to Washington, I can have it back for free.
You
The
should
other-
never have left it.
Let me see.
No, I
here.
wasn't going to drive it by myself.
I know.
Also, the Nissan Kicks, which is the next size smaller than the Rogue.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Better. It's
Hey, Phil.
smaller. It's like I guess it'd be comparable to the Ford Escape. Well,
The
I guess
Kicks? I've never even heard of that one
Have you never heard of the Kicks?
because I don't pay attention to Nissan other than that crappy new Z car they put out.
Let me look here.
I like
That
the
was-
new 400Z.
I like the way it looks. I hate the performance of it. They could have
Doesn't
done
have
so
it has
much
400 horsepower.
better. They could have done so much better. It should have had 500. And there goes.
Then
the
it would have
camera.
been called the Nissan 500.
That's the Nissan Kicks.
Oh, it looks like a small Rogue, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's a Rogue shrunk down a little bit.
I think
Where'd you
they
go,
look-
Jacob? He went to Walmart, I bet, because I saw bright light and he muted me.
Let me see here. Like you can buy one that's like reasonably optioned for like this one, a 2021 with 22,000 miles for 25,000, and it's not a base.
Or not
I
a
did
base.
meet you. I went to the restroom. I didn't think you guys wanted to hear me go to the restroom.
Oh, you had to pee?
I did have to pay.
I just walk to the bathroom and do it, and I don't take you with me.
Oh,
Why
I
do-
take my phone. I put my phone in my pocket, muted my mic and camera.
Well, I'm on a tablet. It won't fit in my pocket.
My old company was so cheap. Whenever our very first company vehicles were Mazda CX-5s, and it was the year they switched, or the year right after they switched from having the base model having the actual stereo head unit to the actual touchscreen for every model. They literally asked Enterprise to please put the base, like factory old school stereo back in it that was not a touchscreen to cut cost.
That would actually cost more though.
I
Because
don't know
they
why
have
they
to
did
go.
it, but
They
they
have to
Yeah,
go
that's
in and
custom
change them
made.
all. That's customizing. How you doing tonight, Shell?
I don't know.
Long time no see. And it's because I've run this stream for almost 3 hours now, even though I was going to end it at 2.
It's only because I got on.
It's not
We
just
kept
because of
going.
you.
I'm sorry. I got on. I was listening to you for about 15 minutes. I'm like, all right.
You don't have to worry about it's all good. No, we're
It's cool.
still
I'm
gonna
about
get
to
some
leave in a
time to
couple
come
minutes
back.
because I got my girlfriend's coming to pick me up in a minute.
Your girlfriend.
Yeah.
What's his name?
That was a good
Wow.
one, sir.
The Nissan Kicks really puts out some serious power at 122 horsepower.
First,
There's 122 Hirschbergs.
Yes.
well, I remember back in the day when I was all happy when my car put out 80 horsepower or 70 or 50.
The Volkswagen Rabbit diesel put out what 55 and had like 90 foot-pounds of torque.
Well, look at the Geo Metro.
I want a Geo so bad.
I found when somebody actually restored fully 100% interior exterior. I went, who restores one of these things?
I would.
It was Unappreciated Survivors.
Okay, I wouldn't restore one. I'd put it rebuild the engine because it costs $200 for a full engine refresh kit.
Chip at my old job before he left, he had 2 Geos. He owned 2 of them. One he was working on, the other one ran, and he got 50 miles to the gallon. It's just he got 50 miles to the gallon, so screw it, you know. It was just his work car. He had a drag car. What's up, Miss Carol?
All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys have a good one.
Fine, leave.
That's fine.
Oh,
We didn't want to talk to you either.
Be
That's
that
fine.
way.
My girl's about to pick me up. I'd prefer to talk to her.
That's fine.
Sure. You're gonna do some
Sure.
talking.
Hey, I won't be doing that, but that's besides the point.
No, that's what you'll be doing with your girlfriend, whatever his name is.
There it is, right there.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night,
Talk to
guys.
you later, Jacob.
Night.
Oh, that's actually nice looking
They
one.
did a full restore on it. It's got
And
100
almost everyone I've seen is so many of them are red.
I've only ever really seen that like mint green.
Oh no, I've seen most of the ones I've seen have been red and
I've
white.
Let me see here.
Or
He
an
even has a
off-white.
video of the engine bay.
Clean. Ooh, damn. They did more than restore that though. He made that look nice. And why do I see like not nitrous lines, but like methanol lines?
I have no clue.
What are those line there?
What's that?
In the one corner, as it scrolls over to the right, there's that blue line.
Yeah, I
with
see
the
that.
connectors. I wonder
Oh,
if
that's for
like
that's for
vacuum.
the amp in the back. And there's another picture of an amp.
Oh,
It
is
goes
that,
from
is
battery
that
back.
wiring? Because it looked like like either fuel line or air line.
No, it goes. It's actually attached to the battery. So
I couldn't see it that well. It's kinda
yeah,
small.
so it has a fuse in line, and then it's actually bolted onto the
Ah.
solenoid. There's a picture on there that shows the sub that he has sitting in the back seat. So I'm assuming it's for the amp.
Okay.
Because I thought the same thing. I'm like, what is this blue line? And then I realized it was connected to the battery.
Well, it's been like I said. I came on here early so I could get off early,
Well, I will.
and it's been
let you-
almost 3 hours now, and I'm about to shut this one down so I can get ready for bed because I do have to go to work in the morning, and
I
it
do
is
too.
now 10:30 almost. So we're gonna call this one done for the night.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for having me
But-
on as usual, and I'll catch you next week.
Hey, I will see you next week, and maybe on somebody else's stream. Who knows?
Absolutely.
Hey, you guys, everybody that came in tonight, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you viewing. Hit the like button on your way out before you leave. and I will see y'all on the next one.